precepts every camp.
Okay, come. Hey, shalom, shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites out here in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Come.
Okay. Here in, what is it, November 23rd, 2018, the year of prophecy. Right? We're here to bring out the truth according to the Holy Scriptures. Once again, we the Hebrew Israelites, and first we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, GMS, who teach well. Single salutations to all the brothers out there who push this word of truth and sincerity, week in and week out, day in and day out, without wavering in the sound doctrine.
That's right.
Okay, shalom to the true sisters out there that listen in meekness, quietness, and humbleness. Peace. All right, this is for the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's
right.
If you're a so-called Negro, living in the, typically in America, the West Indies, Haiti. All right, you're of the Southern Kingdom. Okay, Caribbean,
Central America, South America,
all that, even over there scattered amongst London and France and all that.
Yep.
All right, those are the Southern Kingdom, and the Native Americans, the Hispanic, Latinos, whatever you want to call, from North, Central, and South America and scattered abroad. Those are the Northern Kingdom. Okay, and according to the signs here, you will see the names that we used to be called. But we're here to tell you, we're here to come out on the highways and byways and bring you the good news, to tell you who you are according to the Scriptures, and to warn you of the things to come out here. Whether they be good or whether they be bad, we're here to actually give you the warning and give you the forecast. We're those spiritual, what do you call it?
spiritual weathermen.
The water.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Everyone can get that.
Right. This is Psalms 49:1. To the chief musician, a song for the sons of Korah. Hear this, all ye people. Give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world.
Right. Hear this, all you people, all the inhabitants of the world. Give ear to what we're about to tell you out here, because we were sanctioned from YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, what you call God and Jesus, to come out here and give you the good news. All right. So we can read that second verse.
Okay. Psalms 49:2. Both.
Verse. Go ahead. Yeah.
To the chief musician, a song for the sons of Korah. Hear this, all ye people. Give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world.
Go ahead.
Both low and high.
That's right.
You know that remind me of? Remind me of Revelation 13 chapter.
That's right.
All right.
I mean that, because what's it say? It says young and old, rich and poor.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Free and
no matter
bond.
who you are.
Yeah. Listen to what we're about to tell you. Go ahead.
Through the Spirit, I didn't even see it, but it's gonna show up.
Yeah.
Psalms 49:2. Both low and high, rich and poor together.
That's right. You see it?
My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding.
So we're telling you to listen unto us, not because we're coming out of our own understanding.
You coming out the gate like that?
Yeah, we're gonna let you know off rip, dude. We're telling you to listen to us, okay? Because we're coming out of the Holy Scriptures, which is what? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Okay? This is true wisdom right here. If we're telling you to listen to us, it's not because we're gonna go in here and freestyle and talk shit. Why you want to listen to someone that's talking a bunch of shit, man?
I got a precept for you, Ak, if I may bring it up, Baba Bashar. This is Psalms 49:3 again. My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night.
See that? So we meditate on the law of the Lord. The whole reason why we're in this position that we're in is because we stopped meditating on the law of the Lord.
The meditation of your heart shall be understanding. And what the scripture said, with all thy getting,
get understanding.
Come on, man.
You want to get Joshua 1:7?
Joshua 1:7.
If I may add to the Spirit real quick, the scripture say in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, all right, it says, blessed are all they that put their trust in him.
Right.
All right. It say they that understand him, they that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Understand the truth. Because anybody can open the Bible.
Can you bring it up, Baba Bashar?
Yeah, you got that, baby. Right here. Yeah, see that? Because that's a beautiful precept right there. You know? The brother's about to bring it out, but you know, you gotta look at it. Not too many people on the earth put their trust in what you would call God out.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right. That's right, man. That's right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
And see, that's what we're telling you to listen to us. That's when the brothers read Psalm 49. It says, give ear unto us. Read that again.
God, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him, showing you that you have to trust in that power. That's a difference. Not everybody can trust, because faith wasn't given to everybody.
Got trust issues.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Trust issues.
That's right.
Jake got trust issues, man.
Come. That's what it was given. That's why they told. They said, look, man. We're gonna deal with Moses. You know, we're gonna deal with Moses. You know, we're not gonna deal with the Most High, man. Because if he speak to me, I'm gonna die, man. The scriptures say, lest he consume me. He's a consuming fire.
He's gonna get that right now.
You know.
Yeah, no, the water, brother.
Yeah, it's just
see
the
that?
spirit.
More than that?
Yeah. It's like Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him.
Faithful in love. Your labor of love.
That's right.
If you love me, keep my commandments and feed my sheep.
Yep.
How do you feed the sheep?
That was the
By
commandment.
being a husband.
Yep. Salaki, that was a commandment from the Father and the Son.
And the Son. Because the words he speak was not his own.
Right. That was the words of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah. John the 14th chapter.
Yahawashi said, yeah, if you love me, keep my commandments.
Yep.
Right.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth.
Right.
And such as be faithful in love
shall understand the truth.
That's right.
John 6:63, what it says. The word I speak unto you, they are the
Spirit.
truth.
That's right. Spirit and life.
So
That's
these words, we can understand this Bible. Malachi 3:16.
Because it was made flesh.
Malachi 3:16, the book of remembrance for those who fear the Lord and call upon his name.
That's right. That's right.
That's who the Bible's read for, the elect.
That's right.
144,000.
Hey, and that's beautiful because that's a covenant that he made with us. The scriptures say in the beginning was the word, and the word was made flesh. So that means he actually came in the form of a man and put his life down and sanctified himself for us in the spirit.
That's what he said. He said, I sanctify myself for them.
Yep, that's right.
We understand the spirit.
The spirit. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 3, verse 9. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him.
Shall abide with him. And guess what? That goes back to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, the last chapter. So we start in the second to last chapter. Yeah, we shall be with him in the air. Yep. Exactly. Right.
Right. It says, shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints.
So grace and mercy is to his saints. Go ahead.
And he hath care for his elect.
He has care for his elect. So the elect shall meditate day and night upon his words.
Right.
Which is going to go right back to what this brother wanted to open up with. I'm going to Psalms chapter 49, verse 2. But lo, both low and high, rich and poor together, my mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding.
Yep. See that?
All right?
Meditation. The meditation of our heart, really, the heart goes back to love. All right? Which really means your mind. You meditate in your mind. Okay? And you're meditating on pleasing YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. All right? And death to all homosexuals, faggots, and queers.
That's right! You want Joshua 7?
Yeah. Joshua, you said start at 5.
This is the book of Joshua chapter 1, verse 5.
You know that? And I'm talking to all of y'all too.
There shall not be any man able to stand before thee all the days of thy life.
There shall be no man able to stand before you all the days. So even if you're a man that want to be a fucking woman, you won't stand before the Lord in that day, man. Go ahead, you can't stand to be a fucking man. The most dominant force on earth is man. If you want to be a woman, go ahead,
It says, as I was with Moses, so will I be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee.
See that? And that's how we know we believe, man. We put all our spirit into this. Because YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, he's not gonna fail us. No matter how much hell he puts us through, we gotta see these things. We gotta see all this wickedness out here and live amongst it.
I was vexed with that filthy conversation
of the wicked.
That fuck nigga just said some shit about fucking us. What the fuck? You a man. You heard this shit right now. So we're vexed with that filthy conversation.
We got to deal with that.
Say it again. You got to deal with that. Oh, you know what that means? Enduring all things for the elect's sake.
We endure all this so that all you people out here don't have to come out here and do the work. All right. All you have to do is continue being a nigga. All right, because you're great at that. Continue being a nigga. We're gonna go ahead and do this.
They're great at being ignorant. Isaiah 30:8.
Right.
Because they said get the Holy One of Israel from before us.
Cease from before us.
Cease from before us.
Right.
Okay, they want us to, they said prophesying to us lies and deceit.
Yeah, they want to hear the cool shit. Like,
so guess what? The only elect gonna meditate on the word of the Lord.
That's right, which was truth. It was truth and faithfulness and loyalty. That's why he said, write these words, for they are faithful and true.
See that?
Right, you know?
Go ahead,
This is Joshua 1 and verse 6. Be strong and of good courage.
Yep.
For unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto the fathers to give them. Verse 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
Right, and we observe to do all according to all the law. We do our best to please YAHAWASHI in that aspect. Yeah, we go off daily. You know, brothers go off daily, and when we're like, damn, I gotta work on the Shabbat again. Like, shit, man, why does it always keep falling on the weekdays? You know, we that kind of makes us feel a little some type of way. Or when you make a small mistake, you might offend one of the Akim or something. Or you might make a fool of yourself on mistake. Like, shit, damn, I gotta tighten up. We ain't perfect out here. Okay.
If I may add to what you're saying, your brother said we try and fulfill the will of YAHAWASHI for their sake. Because you know what time about
Book 7.
Yeah, we're on 7.
Joshua 1 and 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law.
To all the law. So that's not only talking about the Old Testament, that means the New Testament.
That's right.
Because what YAHAWASHI said, these 12 I commanded. It's a commandment. So they go back to the New Testament as well. All right? I come in the volume of the book, it is written in me. So when his brother said, do the will of YAHAWASHI, Yahawah, the Heavenly Father, he exists, Bahashem, in the name YAHAWASHI. Because John, the 5th chapter says what? The 43rd verse, YAHAWASHI said, I come in my Father's name. So we got to give praise to YAHAWASHI.
And not to go off topic, but there's all types of commandments in the New Testament that are not written in the Old Testament. So
right, exactly.
You gotta observe those too.
If I may speak, we're doing the commandment now, because we're bidding them to the marriage. That's a commandment.
Yep.
And, hey, if I may add, the scriptures tell you one of the commandments is to be subject unto the elders, man. That's in the New Testament. Because if they sending forth that word, you gotta listen to it. That's taking order. That's being in obedience.
And that's what brothers are doing. That's how you know that we're in a special time right now. You got a certain people on this earth that completely gave their lives to YAHAWASHI. Right. Completely. All right. Sure, we make mistakes, like I was saying, but we observe to do all according to all the law. You know.
This is verse 7, Joshua 1 and 7. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all the law, which Moses, my servant, commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left.
Turn not from it either to the right or the left.
That's right.
So that's why I always,
we're not wavering in
the spirit. Right. Can't be wavering in the spirit. Come on, you gotta keep your eyes single. Here it is, you found out the truth. All right? Here you was fucking around on YouTube, and you came across the elders and apostles of GMS by mistake. But it was all through the spirit.
It was by mistake.
Okay?
It was by the spirit.
Yeah, it was all through the spirit. You used to say, oh, what the hell? You know? And then you start watching and then you get hooked on it.
Hey, my sheep hear my voice and you follow.
Exactly. But, hey, hold on. But the scripture says faith comes by hearing. So you have to listen to hear the voice of YAHAWASHI. But what's the voice of YAHAWASHI? John, the 1st chapter, the 1st verse says what? The word was in the beginning. Okay? So when you read the Bible, you read these words, guess what? Your faith is being increased and that faith is being given to you because YAHAWASHI is that word.
That's right.
That's it. Most I say he reveals the secrets to the prophet.
Service the prophet. Right. Exactly. That's why when the disciples asked him, why speakest thou to them in parables? Because it's for you to know, but it's not for them.
For our learning.
Malachi 3:16.
Right. You know.
It says, verse 8, this book of the law shall not depart from out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, and thou mayest observe to do all according to that is written therein.
It says, shall not depart from thy mouth, according to all that is written therein. To the law and testimony, they speak not according to this word, there was no light in them. And what it said, let us have holy conversation. Hey,
yeah.
2 Peter chapter 3.
Yep, that's right.
Seeing holy conversation.
That's right. Seeing all these things shall be resolved.
So these words shall not depart from our mouth. Right. But all we're going to talk about is the Bible. Because this is what's living right now.
It.
Everything else in your life doesn't matter.
Heaven and earth shall pass away.
Lord. So enjoy yourself. That's it.
Hey, that's in the Bible too. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself, man.
Yeah, rejoice and be glad.
Yeah,
I get it.
Edomites, live your life because you got rich off of slavery and you think the Lord not going to come back and repay you for that. So just enjoy yourself because when the Lord comes back, you got to pay for the blood of the Israelites.
So rejoice and be glad.
Rejoice and be glad, oh
right,
daughter of Edom.
This
man.
is all yours. You got the
All
concrete.
America is the
Yeah.
so-called white man's kingdom.
You got
But the Lord
concrete.
got to come back and destroy it.
You got spaceships. You got space shuttles. You got cigarettes.
Yeah.
Okay. You got all the drugs. You got
Budweiser.
You got Budweiser.
Come on, man.
You got Bud Light. You got different kinds. Hey, enjoy yourself, man. We ain't got that. All right. We ain't got none of that. Okay. What we got is what YAHAWASHI gave it through the Spirit.
That's right.
And we're trying to give it to you. So we come out here through the Spirit and through order, through commandment. We come out here and preach on the highways and byways, and we love it. All right. Finish that.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to grab when you called in Peter's about, you know, what manner of conversation you should be in. What's more important than this? Y'all going into captivity, slavery. What's more important? You find out about that. What's more important than the deliverance of Israel to the Israelites? You know, what's more important than anything coming out of these scriptures at this point in time? All right.
Hey, if I may add, the scriptures say, for heaven and earth shall pass away, right? But my word shall not pass away. Now, the word was made flesh and dwelt among us, right? But he said, I will send you the comforter. So somebody has to speak those words, man. All right? Somebody got to speak the words to give comfort unto those that believe. That's why the scriptures say, we were made fools for his sake, right? To save those that believe.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, with that being said, that word had to have been given unto somebody. People, which is a remnant. That's why this is predestined and foreknown. Before I formed thee, before you was born, he knew you.
Everybody was predestined.
Right, he knew you. Right, and that's elect. That's a number of men, women, and children, primarily, i.e. the 144,000, man. According to St. John 17,
Yeah,
right?
and most of them here on the earth right now. A lot of them are in the spirit world.
Yeah.
All right, but some of them are on the earth right now. And what are they doing? They're doing exactly what we're doing
That's
right
right.
now with your live stream.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 11. Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah.
So that goes right back to what you were talking about. The word shall not depart from our mouth.
So
It means that it's never going to leave us.
Right, so whether
all we're going to do is speak these words.
whether we be out here teaching or making a video, or whether we amongst each other speaking off air, so to speak.
Right.
Okay. Even when brothers are talking to regular ass people in the world, we try to steer the conversation back into something godly. I know I do.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to somebody about some goddamn football or some basketball, you know, I try to steer it into some, but Dow's gonna collapse anyways. Yeah, trying to steer trying to something that's worthwhile talking about. Yeah.
Hey, but sometimes, like in your workplace, you have to try to talk about so-called folly because it's just inside your spirit to just, oh, you see what Donald Trump's doing? Yeah, but this shit finna get blown up anyway. Y'all are going to captivity.
Yeah.
It's just in your spirit to always.
You want to say it, like
Yeah.
sometimes you want to go deeper, but you're like, damn, I might get reported to HR. Like,
Yeah, I'm about to expose myself.
That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Hey, you know what, Salak, if I may add, because the work I do, the plantation I work for, I basically move furniture and shit like that. So this dude had a book. It said the Romans Guide to slave management. And I said, are you in the history? He said, yeah, I'm in history books and everything, yada yada, whatever. I said, is this pertaining to 70 AD when Vespasian, his sons Titus and Domitian sat Jerusalem? That Edomite had a big ass smile. Wow, yeah, you're right.
like, oh, let's talk, yeah.
Make a long story short, I said the politicians today, they actually relate Donald Trump to Nero. He said, you're absolutely right.
So he like, you see a nigga, you're like, oh shit, this guy's actually,
He was so wrong.
yeah. You want to drop what he kind of close the book and just talk to you?
But they go back to what you were saying. You want to say America gonna be destroyed, but you just dwell with them in that folly.
Right.
Yeah, all right, yeah, But at the same time, let him know, yeah, Nero was a Roman emperor at the time, but Rome fell after Septimius Severus. So even in that folly, you still throw little haikus.
Yeah, kind of. You're like, well, it looks like America's on the same path. Hey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Have a good day.
Throw water.
Yeah.
I didn't say it, but
Yeah.
I threw it out there so you
Yeah.
see you're gonna catch it.
Yeah, it's like, man, this guy's always going deeper.
I threw a Hail Mary.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what the hell just hit spirit. But Finish that, Joshua.
It says, for thou shalt make all thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success.
Read that again.
All right, this is Joshua 1 and 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. But thou shalt make thy way prosperous, then thou shalt have good success.
Yeah, and make that way prosperous, and you're gonna have the law. The Lord's gonna, if you just observe to do His way, then guess what? You're gonna always succeed. It don't mean, oh, shit, I'm gonna hit the lottery, I'm gonna get the best job. No, you're gonna catch hell out here. But we're talking about something a lot deeper. We're talking about gaining wisdom, all right, in a world full of darkness. Okay.
Yeah, if I can say faith as well, you know, let me read the next verse. It
Yeah,
says,
get the next verse too.
It says, Joshua 1 and 9, have I not commanded thee? All right, he told us to do this, all right? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither be dismayed, for Yahawah thy power is with thee wherever so thou goest.
See that? Yeah, so going back a couple of verses where it said, turn neither to the right or to the left, man. Hey, this thing that was giving us right now, this is what's gonna get us immortality. Okay, this is what y'all don't believe it. See, that's the thing. We start talking about some spooky shit, and you're like, ah, shit, fuck this. I'm gonna go watch something else. Yeah, we're gonna get immortality, brothers. We're gonna be immortal. We're gonna be impervious. Our bodies will be. You ain't gonna be able to damage us.
Now that's beautiful. What brings immortality, huh? This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 15.
Go ahead.
For righteousness is immortal.
Read it again.
Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 15. For righteousness is immortal.
See that?
What brings immortality? Righteousness. But what makes you righteous, huh? Faith.
Yeah, and that goes back to what? You will not keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father like He commanded you if you didn't have faith that you were going to get the kingdom of heaven, immortality.
So you've been predestined from the beginning to do this lot.
Because if you, there's actually some that actually were doing that were in this lot just so they can edify a few of the real elect and them get casted out. Okay? Because you're going to have people that come out here on the highways and byways that's commanded. They're going to have a lot of knowledge, and then something's going to happen down the line where they get a demon on them, but it was all through the Spirit. It was supposed to happen from the beginning because they needed to bring in a certain number of the elect just so they can be edified of this man being casted out. Okay? But we're going to, we through the Spirit, we're going to continue if the Lord, you know, we go into Psalm 51, the Lord don't take His Holy Spirit from us.
You said edified to be casted out. Did not it say in Proverbs the 16th chapter, it said, the Lord God created all things, yea, even the wicked, for the day of evil.
Yeah.
But what the Lord said, He's gonna take the candle from the wicked. So He was created for His lot, whatever I desire.
And so there's actually examples of that. And we don't gotta go into that. It's just you gotta understand that how serious this thing is. We're doing this off of faith. We really believe that the Lord will fuck us up if we don't come out on these highways and byways and push the word.
That's why I opened up with the Psalms 49. What it said we meditate on that word. I'm gonna read it one more time. What you open up with? It was Psalms 49, right? 49 and 1. To the chief musician, a song for the sons of Korah. Hear this, all ye people. Give ear, all ye inhabitants of the world. Both low and high, rich and poor together.
Right.
My mouth shall speak of wisdom, and the meditation of my heart shall be of understanding. And I went to Psalms 1, where it says, well, we meditate day and night.
God.
So that's what we meditate on. That's all we understand. That's all we know.
That's why in Psalms 101 it says, don't basically not keep it being ungodly niggas. Because if you're around them too much, you can't meditate on the righteous things.
Right.
You understand?
But that vibration, that spirit, that vibe, that all will rub off on you.
It will, because it's all a spirit. They have a spirit on them. We got a spirit on us. If your spirit is not strong enough, it's not going to rub off on them. And their spirit's going to rub off on you.
And if I may add, spirits have frequencies. So that frequency could be, the megahertz could be so amped up, you just get captivated.
See, we're on the spirit that we are. We're not posting. We are posting in the YAHAWASHI, but I'm saying the spirit that we're on is higher. That's why people don't really understand us. We understand their folly because we came from that. Ooh. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, they're on FM and AM. We on XM.
We on XM series. You know? So we understand their frequency. We end up operating on it though. So when we're on a higher frequency, they can't understand it. So that's why they walk right by us or when you try to break something spiritual down to them, their phone just rings all through the spirit, or they get a text message. And you know what I'm saying?
A deal.
Yeah. Then their mind is completely off of what you just said. You just broke down the kingdom of heaven to them, and then they get a fucking text from Janice, and now they're over there fucking with that. You over here trying to break down prophecy to them. They don't give a fuck about that. All right, but we're gonna come out here and because there might be somebody walking amongst these people or somebody watching on the feed that might hear this. So we ought to come out here and do this. Go ahead and read that, brother. Got it.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 8:1. Doeth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice?
See, does not wisdom cry and understanding put forth her voice? Does it not? Yeah, it does. It's doing it right now. It's doing it right now. So you can't say wisdom. If you don't believe, oh, they ain't got no wisdom. Hey, look at them. They wearing Jordans. Oh, you know, like
You said they ain't got no wisdom.
Yeah.
That would be good. Go ahead. You speaking.
Because read that one more time.
This is Proverbs 8:1. Doeth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice?
Yeah, does it not? Okay. Oh no, it don't. Oh yeah, it does in the church seminaries, what you call them shit. Theologian school. Oh, you think that's where the wisdom is? That's a bunch of, there is knowledge in there, I'll give you that. But when it comes down to actual spirituality and wisdom, it's non-existent. Wisdom crieth without your others, a voice in the streets.
In the streets. Where are we right now? In the streets, in the gore. You got something on?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Real quick, bring out an example, because you said that like if your spirit is high, it'll rub off on them.
Yep.
By the way you carry yourself, by the way you preach, so on and so forth. This example right here. This is St. John 7 verse 40. Many of the people, therefore, when they heard these sayings, said of the truth, this is the prophet. Talking about YAHWASHI. Others said, this is the anointed. But some said, shall YAHWASHI come out of Galilee? Shall the anointed come out of Galilee? Good. Like, nobody comes out of Galilee. Shall the anointed come out of Galilee?
And that's where we come from. The projects, the ghetto, the hood.
It's not about that. It's the spirit that's on us.
Exactly. And look now at the countenance, 1 Samuel 16.
Verse 42. Have not the scriptures said that YAHWASHI cometh of the seed of David and out of the town of Bethlehem where David was?
So rather than Galilee, they were thinking about Bethlehem because they're like, David was royalty. He was the king. But they said he come out of Galilee? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
So there was a division among the people because of him. So because YAHWASHI, it was a division among them. And some of them would have taken him, but no man laid hands on him. All right?
They wanted to,
Exactly.
but the spirit had them. The spirit held them back.
Yeah.
That's the point. Then came the officers to the chief priests and Pharisees, and they said unto them, why have ye not brought him? Now this is what the officers said.
So they said, well, you ain't
Why
bringing
you
him
don't
yet.
get
They
him?
wanted. They had the
They
will.
told the officers to go get
But the
him.
spirit, I see where you're going, because the spirit was so intense they couldn't even touch YAHWASHI.
Exactly.
They wanted to, but
they
they
told the
couldn't.
officers, the chief priest said, go get him.
Yeah, finish it off.
All right.
That's dope.
Guys,
Yeah.
deep.
Then came the officers to the chief priests and Pharisees, and they said unto them, why have you not brought him? So they asked him, why you didn't bring this dude to us? The officers answered, never man spake like this man. Then answered the Pharisees, are ye also deceived? So they had to ask the officers, the Pharisees, asked them, are you deceived by him too?
Yeah,
You know, because they're like, we never seen a man speak like this.
Shit?
You know, like he influenced him.
Yeah.
His spirit rubbed off him, like, you know, like y'all said.
Yeah, because it's so strong. That's a strong spirit.
You know? It says, the officers answered, never man spake like this. Then answered the Pharisees, are ye also deceived? So are y'all deceived too?
I gotta bring out one piece.
You know?
Can you read that one more time, Baba Kashab?
St. John chapter 7 verse 45. Then came the officers to the chief priests and Pharisees, and they said unto them, why have ye not brought him? The officers answered, never man spake like this man. Then answered them, the Pharisees, are ye also deceived?
You got to?
I got a precept. Matthew chapter 7 verse 28. And it came to pass, when YAHWASHI had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine. For he taught them as one having authority and not as the scribes. That's it. That's spirit. Because he had the power. It says in Isaiah, the Spirit was upon me to proclaim liberty.
And now that spirit, it operates on what? A frequency, like he was going into. It operates on a frequency. That's why he couldn't be touched. That's why everybody was his spirit just completely rubbed off on everybody. You had to be around him. I don't know, I can't explain. You just gotta be around him.
And we were, Salaki. I speak as a man. We were around him because the Spirit is still with us today.
Within us.
Exactly.
It rubbed off on us generations ago, and it still lingers.
But there had to be a falling away first. That's what Paul spoke about that. So we had to fall off from knowing who we were, but the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. And we are only saved by the regeneration. Titus the 3rd chapter.
And if I may say this, building on what Ariah says, he said you got some people come out here just to preach the word, and then they get casted out. Now, this brother said that that speak as a man, we were with him. Now, was there not disciples that were with him, and then went not with him, and they left? So regardless whether you endured to the end or not, you was with him. Because you got the knowledge. You know what I mean?
John the 6th chapter. Because when he said he was the bread of life, many of them left, and they thought he was talking about cannibalism.
But while they was there, was they not eating up that knowledge? They was getting it. You know what I mean? So they have it now today, and then when they get same scenario.
Hebrews the 4th chapter. What it says, because they receive the same word, but not mixed with faith.
Exactly. So you got some of them that get the knowledge. They able to teach it. But it wasn't, like the brother said, it wasn't mixed with faith.
Some of them got knowledge.
They got the word.
Hey, that's why they say you faith-based Israelites.
That's what we're just talking about.
And we say the water.
You know?
That's actually a compliment, not really an insult.
Those faith-based Israelites.
The water. So the scripture said what? It is impossible to please him without faith. So if I don't give you the gift of grace and faith, you can't even be my servant. What? John 15:16. I have chosen you.
So you're going to have some that get this knowledge, that's able to teach it, but it wasn't mixed with faith.
Just memory.
You know what I mean? Just memory and just,
wanting to please man.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what their faith is really in some other shit, carnal shit.
Hey, what it said, we read in John, say, they believed what YAHAWASHI was saying, but because they love praise of men more than they love praise from the Most High. Right. So you have some people that actually believe YAHAWASHI, that like, man, what he's saying is true, but they would never step on that side because they love praise of men more than they love from the Most High.
That's why they didn't do the work.
Exactly. That's why they didn't follow and walk with YAHAWASHI. They rather, man, I'm getting this good praise from men. Oh, y'all such high priests and high prophets. But what they knew what he's saying was true. They knew the prophecies. They knew the law. They knew that the Messiah was coming. Yeah. They knew all that.
They had faith that this man was actually it.
And he absolutely right, because in the book of Acts, it speaks about one of the Israelites who actually was making statues of Diana. But when they were preaching the gospel of YAHAWASHI, he was losing money.
Oh,
that idol didn't have any power. They were like, man, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah, because
you're right. I just recently read that he was making money. He was making money off of those idols.
Yep.
All right. And then it was like, yo, YAHAWASHI effing up our money. You know what I mean? Like I'm making idols unto them for them to worship, but YAHAWASHI teaching them this new doctrine. They not buying my idols no more.
It was Paul, because what happened? They said to the unknown God, but he said, I come to reveal to you who he is. All right. So at that time they were worshiping Diana.
Going back to Habakkuk. All right, it said the graven image is a teacher of lies.
Yep. So
that's what they would do. They would teach a philosophy or doctrine, but they had this idol right here to make money and gain, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me get one of those shit.
Because what it say, he's a teacher of lies in Habakkuk. It tell you that graven image, he's a teacher of lies, man.
First chapter?
Yeah, first or second chapter in Habakkuk, man.
Today with the false prophets today, with TD Jakes and Creflo Dollar, they're losing their money. That's why
they coming at the Israelites.
And it goes back to Proverbs, the 11th chapter. He said, riches profit not in the day of wrath.
Yep.
So them idols won't save them.
Yep.
Go to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 where they talking about wicked is all these riches and we have not known the path of righteousness. They're gonna find out in that day, man.
Oh no, you say we just break bread,
Finish that.
I was still in Psalms 49.
You can drop that. Yeah, finish that. Read the first one. Read out a little bit.
Read one again. All right. Just Proverbs 8:1. Doeth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice. She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city.
Right, she crieth at the gates and the entry of the city. Okay? That's where we are right now. And again, it's talking about what? Wisdom? Okay? So we are here to profess wisdom in the name of YAHAWASHI. Okay, YAHAWASHI. Okay? That's why we're out here. So if you once you listen and you're sealed through the Spirit, then you're gonna be stuck. Okay? So what we're out here to do is what? Bring in the elect. This is fishing.
Preaching immortality.
Hey, backing up what you just what the account just read about YAHAWASHI. They came to go put hands on them. They were stuck. Like, by the way, we never seen a man speak like this before.
So now most of these people aren't gonna be stuck. They're gonna. They're not operating on any kind of frequency. So what? Yeah, they're gonna be dismayed. Okay, they're gonna walk by, or they might look at us and scoff, or they might actually be afraid of what we say, but not having any faith. They heard the shit and it just bugs them out, or they just don't understand it at all. But this is for the elect. Okay. Yes, please.
Luke chapter 10, verse 21. And in that hour, Yahawashi rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and the prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father.
You just told me to get Matthew 11.
Yeah, hold it.
But that's what he got right there. He get Matthew 11, but that's not the one.
Okay.
See where the Spirit went?
You see?
The same book in the same chapter.
Yeah. Wait, verse
21
Okay, make it simple.
it says, Father, so it seemed good in thy sight. We jump down to verse 23. It says, and he turned unto his disciples and said privately. All right, so that's that distinction.
Yep.
Blessed are the eyes who see the things you see.
Yep.
For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them.
Right. They say back in the days they hearing all these prophecies about serpents with fire in the back and with a head of lion and it hurts. And you hear all these different prophecies and you listen to like Isaiah talking about the glittering sword. You're reading scriptures about cities paved with gold.
It's all parabolic. It's all parabolic talk.
So they live to see they live to see these big ass buildings. They want to see these big ass buildings. They want to see the destruction of America.
Ooh, can I say something real quick?
Yes, you may.
Hey,
Yes,
what
you
it says in Matthew, the 24th chapter, that they may deceive the elect.
Yeah.
But was not John the Revelator an elect? So when he saw mystery about Babylon, what the angel said, why marvel thee?
Marvel at that, man.
So even John was like, damn. No, it's gonna be destroyed.
It's gonna be destroyed, man.
That's why
Yeah, you want to see it.
That's why the elder apostles
No. I was gonna say, yeah, you want to see it, but yeah, you be there and you gonna see the destruction of that shit.
You see a nice ass Corvette or a Bugatti or a nice ass speedboat or a Kawasaki or a Ducati, you want to get that bitch. That shit's
gonna be burnt up, bro.
Hey man, them LeBrons rolling in the bitch. I'm about to go spend a yard and some change.
Read that last verse again.
In the end, it's gonna be destroyed.
This is Luke chapter 10, verse 24. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them.
That's a beautiful thing because we have faith that we're the men that are actually going to see them. This is the latter times that the Bible talks about. We have faith that we're going to see some things in the next few months, probably.
That's right. We already seeing things. We've seen the microchip, the RFID chip. We've seen Ezekiel 37, Israel waking up. Last week we had an Asherite woman come and approach us, tell us the name of Yahawashi. Right?
Yeah, we're schooling you. We're like, yo, no, we know, but damn, that builds faith. See, that's the Lord. See, that's Yahawashi showing you that your works is getting out there. Here it is, you can push this word out. Now you have random people coming up. Oh, they know about Yahawashi. They know about Yahawashi. They don't go out and preach. Now she's a woman, obviously, but she knows that Yahawashi. That means that the work we've been doing is not in vain.
These words are becoming manifest.
It's becoming. You see it? It's turned into something. It's actually a thing now. That's why Esau has to get all secretive and sniffling.
Esau's carnal, but we're spiritual. But the things that are spiritual are manifesting. So Esau can't deny it anymore. That's what it is.
See that? Get that other map. Or you have another piece.
Yeah, back up. Yeah,
Alright, so Luke chapter 10 and 24. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them.
Now, what we desire is something that you cannot see, but we perceive it to be true. So what it says, what is faith? What Hebrews 11 and 1? Can you quote it, Quan?
Yeah,
can you quote it? Hebrews 11 and 1.
No, I don't know faith. Yeah. Oh, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Exactly, right? So check this out. Right. This is Sirach chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
That's what we see. We have faith that we're actually going to see the downfall of the so-called white. The so-called white man's going to be put to death out here, man.
That's right.
We're going to actually see it. All right, and it's going to be all spiritual. It's going to be all spiritual because we've been reading the Bible and we've been reading these prophecies and seeing the signs right on the television. Okay, we see it on the YouTube. We see signs on the YouTube. You got a question?
No.
Okay, yeah. If you got something to say, then you can come over here and say it, man. All right.
It's an Edomite. In 2018 Edomite, bro. So fair.
2018 edition.
2018 edition. Round. You a grown man, but you saying round.
That nigga said round.
Bro, this is not fucking Cartoon Network, bro. This is real life. This is the roar of a real lion will get him to that heart attack. The roar of a real lion. The lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David. He gonna die from that.
Let Jake raise up a voice on his ass. Okay.
You know how Jake get amped up?
Ooh, let's get out of here. Voice of many waters right there, you know?
I gotta say it round.
That nigga said that shit, bro.
John, St. John. Job 5, verse 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Which one was that?
That's Job.
That's Job, right? Yeah. Read that again.
Yep,
I like that.
Job 5, verse 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Yeah, we're in that day, so that's why we have faith, because the Lord's gonna show us, hey man, He told us we're gonna be straight. Yeah, I got right here to the water.
That's why wisdom understands the stability of thy time. We understand through wisdom that's why we're not going to be afraid.
And that's the spirit, because that's the strength of our salvation. Because the fear of YAHAWASHI is our treasure. You know, so he know the inner parts of man. He know the spirit. So he like, all right, I know these guys sincere. You know, it's the elect. Yeah, you put the spirit on you. You know, still the spirit.
You see that? What you call it? You got what you call it, sir? Yeah, Matthew 11. Yeah.
All right, come. This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 15. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear.
But right off bat it says, "You have ears to hear, let him hear." Okay, and that's especially what we're doing out here too. We're saying the same thing. If you got ears to hear, come on here. Come listen to this. Come get this news. All right, okay.
The word too shall I liken this generation. It is like unto children sitting in the markets and calling unto their fellows, and saying, "We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced."
You see, yeah. You know, we over here, we spilling our hearts out. Actually, read the next verse.
So like if I may add, it said, "We have piped unto you, you have not danced." That goes back to Revelation, the 14th chapter, because only the 144,000 would know that song, right? So if that's a familiar song, you'll start grooving to it. Like when people start hearing on that James Brown, "I feel good." You're used to that. That's the song you're familiar with. So we're familiar with these words. Malachi 3 and 16, once again. Right? Matthew chapter 11, verse 17. It's 17. It's saying, "We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Right.
We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented."
Yeah, man. We over here spilling our hearts out.
Right.
Okay, so to speak. Okay, we're telling you with great fear on our face. You can look at our countenance, and you can see that we're dead serious about this.
It's sincere.
Okay, we're talking about the death of a whole nation, and we might laugh and joke sometimes, but for the most part, we're telling you some shit.
We're laughing and crying.
Yeah.
At the same time. Crying.
Say it again.
We laugh and crying.
Yeah, we laugh and cry because we understand that, like the brother just read in the joke. We're gonna laugh in the face of danger, bro. Okay, we're gonna laugh in the face of danger. But we're telling you that danger is coming, and you just literally just walking by. Yes. We're reading the Bible, reading a holy Bible, the same holy Bible that you got on your coffee table, the one that you got on your dashboard. The same Bible. We're telling you some shit, and you're not even listening. Go ahead, brother.
No, you say Matthew's chapter 11, verse 18. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil.
Yeah, he said he ain't coming in, he ain't got no food, man. All right? He's basically saying he got demons on him.
Yep.
All right? The man don't want to eat none, but it's a fucking problem.
Yep.
Okay? You always got something. Let's say a lot of you people out here, you got something to say negative about everything. You see the prophets out here spilling their guts out. It's a problem. But then when you start catching hell, oh, nobody told me.
He said, oh, nobody told me.
Yeah, nobody told me. There ain't no one said nothing about no martial law. Well, we tell you about martial law.
I didn't know this was gonna happen.
We tell you about that shit every fucking day, bro.
Hey, but listen, guess who got caught like that? Northern. I read a video. I saw an article saying over 14,000 quote-unquote immigrants are in custody without their parents. They're talking about Northern.
John,
we've been prophesying to you who Esau Edom is. They did. Matter of fact, you know what they did to you to conquer this land, and you still think they want to be friends with you, side by side with you.
They still do.
Never trust.
We've been telling you that these
never trust our enemy. As iron rusted, shut out their wickedness.
Hey,
that shit happened centuries ago. Don't mean that shit ain't gonna happen again. It's like,
who will pity a charmer when he's bitten by a serpent?
By a serpent. Good for you. Good for you. What do you think was gonna happen?
You mean you was playing in the tiger's cage and he bit you? What else was he gonna do? Where in the tiger's cage and he bit you? Yeah, what else was he gonna do?
I don't know why you're here, but the one
saying it ain't so. Well, I'll be damned.
Of
course he's gonna bite you. Don't mess with any of them. Don't trust none of them. Okay? We're telling you this, that things are gonna happen soon because of these motherfuckers, and you're gonna go over there and fuck with them? Bro, we're telling you that this man is going to flip on us. Revelation 12:12, he said the man's going to flip on us. How about it? Okay. Yeah, read a little more.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 19.
Right.
I'm gonna start at 18. I want to edify a little bit.
Yeah.
For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he hath a devil. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a wine bibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of her children. Now, with that being said, understand, John didn't come eating nor drinking, but Yahawashi drank wine and he was eating.
Yeah.
You know, Jay like to eat when they drink.
Yeah.
But they said John had a devil, and we wasn't eating and drinking. Yahawashi was eating and drinking, and they still found a reason to complain about him. So it doesn't matter how you come, they still gonna have a reason to complain.
Yep.
They go back to 2 Corinthians 11:6. Though I be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. But wisdom, but knowledge. It said knowledge though. But we are made manifest to you in all things. Perfect. So no matter how, if it's John or if it's Yahawashi, you still gonna have a reason to complain.
Hey, and that's why he said, woe to you when men shall speak well of you. You know what I mean? Because why? That means you man pleasing. You doing things, exactly. You doing things to please them in their sight, you know.
But when you come truthful,
exactly.
Yeah, I understand. Like it says in Galatians, like, am I your enemy because I told you the truth?
Exactly.
Because we'll come out here and tell you the truth. Hey, we'll come here and tell you the truth. We'll say the same thing we're saying right now, but we'll say it like this. You know, with a nice soft voice. But then you're gonna be like, well, you're gonna try to debate with us. Oh, well, I don't believe that's gonna happen. I think it'll probably come in another 100 years. You know, you'll be on that spirit. But then when we come out like this, it's like, why are you so mad? Why are you yelling?
But no matter how much, but I always say this. If you're in a burning house and you sleep, if I say, Shaw, wake up, the house is on fire. Or if I say, Shaw, wake the fuck up, the house, no matter how I told you the message, did you get it? That's the point.
That's really the point. The truth is the truth.
Down to.
Yeah, truth is the truth.
It's the message.
You can hear the truth from a faggot. A
so
faggot
John,
can come here and tell you the truth. Am I not? Am I wrong? An actual faggot transvestite could come up here and be like, America's gonna be destroyed by nuclear fire. He'll say it just like that. He ain't wrong. what I'm saying?
But check this out though, the scripture says, wisdom shall not dwell within the malicious.
I didn't say that. Wisdom of Solomon said that.
It didn't say that. I'm just,
The Lord put a spirit on everybody. He say, hey, you gotta say that, you know.
hey, through the spirit though, I think the Lord called he called one of the heathens, I think he called him who was it, Nebuchadnezzar? Damn. He called one of his elect or chosen. He called him He called Cyrus his chosen.
Hey,
go ahead.
and the scripture say, any manner of sin shall be forgiven, except blasphemy of the Holy Spirit.
Holy Spirit.
So hey, he put the spirit on a faggot.
Hey, he might just did one game. Going back to what we were talking about before, he put the spirit on the faggot, but he might be talking to somebody elect. He might be trying to edify the elect. That might be the elect might need to hear that. And he put the spirit on a faggot to bring out the truth for YAHAWASHI.
You know?
Also, lucky. To be PC, a faggot would be a homosexual or a sodomite.
Or a bundle of sticks.
Or a cigarette in Europe. Yeah.
But we ain't talking about a damn, well, technically.
Yeah. Hey, a bati boy.
Yeah, that, them.
A dookie shoot Honda. All right?
Yeah, we're talking about them. Fire. Yeah. But nonetheless, read that YAHAWASHI verse one more time. Well, you had a point?
Yeah, I had a point because it said John can't neither eating nor drinking. And YAHAWASHI can't eating and drinking. But with John, they say he had a devil. But YAHAWASHI, they say he's a gluttonous and a wine bibber. So no matter how you come, they're going to have a problem with you. Because, like the brother said, woe to you if they speak well of you. They didn't speak well of YAHAWASHI.
Nah, they didn't speak well of YAHAWASHI. They had a problem with YAHAWASHI. It was truth.
So like you said, think about this, the word truth. You hear this in the world, the truth hurts. So when they started speaking these words, it was cutting them. That's why in Acts the 7th chapter, what happened? They stoned Stephen, and all he did was spoke truth. They murdered him, and all he did was spoke truth, because the truth hurts. Right? Who can heal a wounded spirit, bro? There is no first aid kit for a wounded spirit. Sorry. It's Galatians chapter 1, verse 8. But though we or an angel from heaven preach another gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. So we're supposed to preach the same gospel that YAHAWASHI and John speak. That's why Paul said, what? Woe is me after I preach not the gospel. But then in 1 Timothy, what it says, there's but one God, one mediator, and one gospel. That's why the brother brought it out. If they speak woe to you, they speak well of you. So when they don't speak well of us and we doing something right.
The world only accepts one of his own. The world only accepts one of his own.
The world accepts one of his own.
Beautiful.
But guess what? We're not of the world. That's why they look at us like.
We in the world, but we're not of the world.
Nigga, you tripping. Let me go right back to Galatians. I'm going to go back to what you mean. Verse 9. Galatians 1 and 9. And we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you, then that ye have received, let him be accursed. So the Lord said you can also curse people. For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? For if I yet please men, I should not be the servant of Mashiach. So they're going to show you that there are certain people that know this ministry, that know the truth, and all they're doing in this ministry is pleasing men. Paul spoke about it. So there are actually men right now that are out here doing the work to please men, to get thumbs up for the likes of men. But we're here to preach this word because a dispensation has been put upon us. We have to do this. Necessity is laid upon us. Right? So whether or not John came eating or drinking, YAHAWASHI didn't, and necessity was laid upon him to preach the word, man. That's it. All right? You want to keep going Matthew?
Yeah, read that Matthew verse again.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 19. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of her children.
And wisdom is justified, is vindicated, man. You know, of the children, of her children. And who are wisdom's children? Going back into the elect. Okay? Wisdom is really what this is all about. They're looking at YAHAWASHI funny. They're looking at John funny. But hey, everybody's coming with wisdom. Okay? Yeah.
Hey, you said we're coming with wisdom because in the end, that's what's going to justify us. Because it just said that in the scripture. Bring it out again.
Yeah.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 19. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. But wisdom is justified of her children, and we're only speaking wisdom. So this word is going to be justified by its own. That's why the Lord said, he said, that's why the Lord said, I stand alone. There is none beside me. Go ahead, up. Romans 3 and 3, brother.
This is Romans chapter 3, verse 3, and it reads, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect?
God? Yeah.
God forbid ye. Let God be true, but every man a liar.
So let his word be true. Go ahead, up.
As it is written, that thou mightest be justified, and thou saying, and mightest overcome our judge.
We're going to be justified in our sayings. When you're saying something, you're speaking in words, man. He said we're going to be justified in our sayings, man. Whence comest thou, Satan? Go ahead, up. You want to continue that?
No, that was it. That was a little more.
Yeah, but Matthew chapter 11, verse 20. Then began he to upbraid the city wherein most of the mighty works were done because they repented not. Just like right now, this is a mighty work, confessing the word. But they're not repenting, okay? Just like this man right here that has his Bible and has his phone
just in case anything happens
with his beard. But here it is, the so-called white man control the world, but he down here with us right now because he's nobody. They're losing their power, man. The dollar has no power. That's right. The dollarization of the dollar is not. Why he's walking around with a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Okay? The scripture says, give strong drink to him who is ready to perish. These devils are done. The so-called white man is through.
That's right.
These devils can't hang us from trees anymore without getting their ass whooped. They're losing their power. YAHAWASHI is coming back. We saw that during the time the brother put the video up of YAHAWASHI in the stands in the game. The so-called black man in America is the real Jews of the Bible. So all you so-called white people that claim to be Christians, you worship us. You worship the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man. Look at your sports. You make the sports, but we make that shit. You're nothing without us. Remember that.
Bring it up.
Just like Egypt. Egypt was nothing until Israel was there. So the so-called white man, woman, and child are nothing without the children of Israel in their captivity. Okay? And I go to show you that there's a higher power. How is it that this man that leads SPF 15 to state, the Lord said, I'm going to choose the basis of men and take them out of their caves and let them rule you.
It's Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
So louder.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints.
That's right. So that's for your little camera that you want to fucking talk. Yeah. You know, put it on Facebook. You getting cut up, getting cursed out. Yeah. People gonna be like, why didn't you say something to them? All the girls on your damn tag, them like, you just gonna let them talk shit about white people? You're a pussy. That's what I'm gonna say to you. You're only gonna put it on Facebook and embarrass your damn self. Just fucking eating my shit.
So, I mean, you can't be doing the against the word before the word. You're gonna put that shit up, somebody gonna want to get sealed.
Yeah. One fucking person on the timeline is gonna get sealed. Yeah, no, I'm saying, you're gonna see it. And it's like, you know where I found you guys? I'm in Tampa and I saw this fucker on my, I used to go to high school with this fucker. And then they come over here, they're gonna get the spirit of YAHAWASHI, and then they're gonna be sealed through the spirit because they're watching scoffing. Just like the, what's his name? Wallace Wynn. Wallace Wynn.
So like, what I was gonna say is how the brothers GMS San Francisco, somebody made a compilation of them just straight cursing out people and
Wallace
one dude
Wynn.
got sealed.
Yeah, Wallace
that's the one
yeah,
person like that.
I would know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the most hated group
The nigga put the, he got millions of and seal brothers in the camp right now. Okay, so that's okay if he does that. Now they hear that going into slavery. You think he turned it off? As soon as you start reading the scripture, he turned it off. You know, he didn't want to hear that part. As soon as the Bible started coming out, you cross the street.
Everything else was fine and dandy and sold to him, but as soon as you went to the Bible,
I'm sorry, y'all niggas had you there. It's all right. Yeah, we're black. Okay, all right. I'll preach that for you.
Yeah. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm gonna start at verse 8. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Yeah, man, he's been revealed unto us via the ways of the internet. Okay?
Yep.
So through the internet, we're able to see who the wicked is, who the deceiver is, who the goddamn polluter of the world, the destroyer. Okay, the destroyer. All right, go ahead.
Come. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yeah, the destroyer is going to get destroyed by YAHAWASHI.
That's right.
the destroyer is going to be destroyed.
Yeah, the king of terrors.
Piece of shit Esau, man. The so-called white man. He's going to be destroyed off the face of the earth. First 1,000 years of slavery.
That's right.
Okay, hardcore. And everybody's walking in that pile of shit.
There shall not be any remaining of the house of Edom.
Yeah, gone. Not need a root or branch. This man's going to be dead, bro. It's going to be it's extinct. An extinct race.
Hey, if I may add in Hebrew, that's what his name means. Wasted away.
Wasted away. And ultimately, he's going to waste away.
Exactly. That's his whole role.
Damn, that's dope. I never even thought of that.
To be wasted away.
Omen.
The omen. Exactly. From Yasha Jacob supplant. God's on the planet.
And that's all we do with the spirit.
Yeah, that's
all
it.
we do is supplant Jake with the spirit because we planting seeds.
Exactly. So are you going to grow? Because I don't give it increase. The Most High
You're going to get an increase.
But
So
I'm
it's
still in that field working. I'm still there working.
Because the scripture says, "What he that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water."
Blessed
You
is
can't grow without water.
That's right.
Seed can't grow without water. That's right.
It's like the whole thing. It's needs. Who has something? You have something.
Matthew 10 and 16.
Yeah, you can bring it out.
This is Matthew 10 and 16, and it reads, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves."
Right, man. You know, we're out here to bring out the truth, but we're doing it as faithful servants in YAHAWASHI. Okay? Of course you're gonna turn down here. But you're calling again.
They heard there was a man down over here. He was struggling.
This is Matthew 10, verse 16, and it reads, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves."
Right, sheep are in the midst of wolves.
We're considered prey.
And what is saying our name? We're the part of now. We still here. All right. We over here catching all types of hell. We can't do nothing about it. Okay. We're using wisdom in the world. We're using wisdom within the world. So what? The Lord said He sent us out here as sheep amongst our wolves. Go ahead.
Be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Right. So while we are amongst the people out here giving out the word, the true good news, all right, we are to use wisdom. But at the same time, it says what? Wise as a serpent. A serpent is likened on the wisdom. The dragon is likened on the wisdom. That's a symbol of wisdom.
On the right hand side.
Yeah.
We that dragon on the right hand side.
On the right hand side. Exactly. A serpent on the right hand side.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
That's a symbol likened on the wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom. Right.
Okay.
Yep.
And harmless as doves. A dove is a harmless, beautiful creature. Okay.
Yep.
And so we are to be amongst these people. Yeah, we are likened on the lions. Okay. And we're all going to be likened on to us. What do you call it? Hunters. Not yet though.
Yeah.
But right now we are sheep amongst these fucking assholes out here, amongst these ravenous wolves.
And that's the spirit to balance it out. We gonna soon be those wolves. Soon we gonna be those wolves.
Yeah, so we are.
So we are.
Go ahead and read verse 3 again in that. Proverbs. Yeah, you still got it.
Yeah, this is Proverbs 8, and I'll go to 3. She crieth at the gates, and at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call.
Oh yeah, so he's calling the men out here. All right, that's another thing. So we gotta. That don't make no sense. That's out of order. Okay, with rags on, what you call head covers, wearing dresses and shit. Psalms chapter 51. Yeah.
Hey, only men go to war.
God, you don't see no women in the world, only in some backwards ass kingdom you will. And the East Coast fucking fantasy world, you see women going in there. This is a spiritual word that we've been called to. And the men is, and it's still like YAHAWASHI is calling the men out here. Fucking, I'm woman, hear me raw shit. You ain't bringing that spirit out here, that ain't in the Bible. Go ahead.
And my voice is to the sons of men.
Go ahead.
O ye simple, understand wisdom.
Right, oh you simple, understand wisdom.
And ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart.
God, you fools and you simple, wake up, in other words. All right, we're letting you know some good things. We're gonna get into some things, Lord willing, some prophecies. Because it's not, we talk about a lot of death and destruction out here, but there's also more to what's to come. All right, yeah, we harp on the death and destruction because that's, you gotta keep in mind, brothers. That's like literally right around the corner. Some shit is about to happen on this earth, and if you're not spiritually prepared for it, you know, I'm sorry, but it's not gonna look good for you out here. But at the end of the day, the reason why we're telling you that is so if you're able to get through it, we're able to gain something more beautiful in life, other than what we are constantly right now having to deal with. Let's see. There's more to this thing than living like we are. Now read on.
Here, for I will speak of excellent things.
Which are the laws, okay? Beautiful. Which are right things, proper things. Go ahead.
In the opening of my lips shall be right things.
That's right, and that's what we are here. We're speaking right and excellent things, true, proper proverbs, bringing them out for you. And only the righteous is going to hear it. Only the righteous is going to fall in the order. Going back to the scripture, we quoted like 4 or 5 times already. I should hear my voice. All right. There's still sheep out there that haven't heard the Lord's voice. They're probably part of the 1/3, you know. So we still have an obligation to come out here and preach this word.
Always me. If I preach not the gospel.
You're gonna be put to death. The Lord, especially specifically if you know.
Khan, that servants that know the will of his master and did it not shall see many stripes.
Many stripes. Many stripes. You hit your talent.
That's a beautiful verse.
Yeah, brother want to get that joint.
Yeah, somebody got to get that.
Yeah,
I need to hear that.
Yeah. You gonna get that kind of
I'll get it. It's because you know.
Hold on for a little bit. Where we at?
Bro, there's no excuse because you know. That's why Yahawashi said if I had not come, they would have a cloak.
Yeah, they have a cloak for the
sins.
sins.
They have no cloak for the sin, but Yahawashi is not here, but he is here through the Spirit.
That's right.
Through us.
Yeah, brothers.
12 Hosea 12:10. The Lord speak by he speak by the mouth of his prophets. So when we speak in his word, what did Yahawashi said in John the 14th chapter? Every word that he's speaking is of his Father. So if we speak in the word, that's him and the Father. That's why he said him and the Father. Him, the Father, and us, we are one. We all the same.
We're already the same. The Lord already knows what we're thinking. The Lord already knows what moves we're making out here. Okay? And then eventually we're gonna be able to do that amongst each other too.
Now with that being said, Salaki, I want to say this.
No, please.
We know the truth. We have the Comforter. So we have to warn the people. So it's a necessity for us to come out here and do this work. But for those of you who do know, and you're not feeding, because the scripture says, freely you shall give as you have freely you have received. Roughly paraphrase. Right. And the Lord said he love a cheerful giver. You gotta do the work. You gotta feed the sheep. You can't sit there all day and gorge. How you gonna order a pizza all goddamn day? You gonna take your ass in there and make you a salad?
Yeah, that's what got me out here. I got cut through the Spirit. One of the brothers from it was from Men of Valor. This is back before I came into the group, right? He said he made a video up about what was it called? It was about cheerleading. All right.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and I remember I was watching for like 5 months already, and then I came across that video and I was like, ah, shit. You know, but yeah, and then then it's like, man, I put the Spirit on me to find brothers, you know, and it happened. It happened. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead with the
this is St. Luke chapter 12, verse 47.
Yeah.
And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself,
right? Go ahead.
neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
Yeah, and that's real shit. Because at the end of the day, that's fucked. Actually, you know what it is? It's fucked up. It's real fucked up. Because here it is. You know what's about to happen.
You get Ezekiel the 3rd chapter. He won out the people.
17.
See,
17.
you already know I'm going.
Yeah.
You already know I'm going. Hey, matter of fact, did you get the scripture that his brother quoted about the servant?
He's reading it.
Yeah, he just read it.
Yeah. Read it.
Yeah.
Just read it again.
All right, read it again.
Hold on. You hold whatever you got. I want Shaw. Can you get Ezekiel 3:17 over the Shaw?
St. Luke chapter 12, verse 47. And that servant which knew his Lord's will.
And what's the will? Matthew 22 and 9. Go ye therefore out to the highways and byways as many as you can, bid to the marriage.
As many as you can.
You know?
Even if it's just one. Get somebody in here. But you got to be doing this in proof and sincerity. Go ahead.
That's right. It says, and prepare not himself.
And prepare not himself. The preparation bidding to the marriage. Preparing yourself. Setting your house in order. Put on them beautiful garments, man.
Come on.
You know?
Put on that. Yeah.
Let's do this, baby.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's get with it, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, neither did according to his will,
The Lord's.
shall be beaten with many stripes.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked up out here, bro. Spiritually, mentally, physically, monetarily.
Hey, and you can get the other scripture that man that hid his talent, hid his Lord's talent, hid his Lord's money.
Yeah, because here it is. The Lord gave you something special, and you just sat on it. The Lord gave. That's why it pisses me off. Like somebody walk by the camp, and then we'll be preaching, and they'll be like, "Oh, you guys call on YAHAWASHI, right? Motherfucker, you know the name, and you fucking around."
Yeah.
Like really, bro? Like, come on, bro. That ain't cool, bro. That irks me. That gets me pissed off.
That even goes to the 5 unwise and 5 wise men.
Yep.
You know the name of the captain of our salvation, and you bullshit with salvation?
You know something special. What you shaking your head no? What's that mean? Why would you say that?
Salvation.
Oh, you said like this though. Oh, yes.
What's precious? What's precious? What's the most precious thing on earth?
Get it.
Your wife?
You get it.
Well, guess what? The scripture says, he that loveth his mother, father, or wife, or child is not worthy for the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Wisdom is more precious than your wife.
Okay, let's go, honey.
And with that, hey, good job.
You take care. You take care. Follow her. Hey, a new thing shall come in the earth. A woman shall surpass a man. Take care.
This wife. And what she told him, let's go, honey.
She said, let's go.
You follow her here. You feel promising.
She leading the household.
Yeah.
She leading the shit, man.
Let's go, honey.
Forgive me, bro. I should have said it.
No, that was funny, man. That was good. Go ahead, Plum.
St. Matthew 25, verse 24. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and hast gathered where thou hast not strawn. And I was
have gathered where you have not what?
As where you have not strawn.
Spell it. Spell strong.
It's like an S-T-R-A-W-E-D. Strong.
Oh, strong.
Strong.
Like
yeah.
gathered, basically.
Yeah.
Because who planted? We did.
Yeah, right. And through the Spirit. That's why he said that.
Well, you have not. But you're going to come gather. So Matthew 24. I elect from the 4 winds of the earth.
That's right. Yep, con. And that's linked up with Jeremiah 16.
Con.
So much going on.
St. Matthew's 25, verse 25. And I was afraid. He was afraid. Why? Because he didn't have faith and he didn't believe. He didn't ask.
Hold on. Faith was given to him.
Yeah.
But
Yep,
at the same time, though, what did he not do? He didn't show his faith by his works. So every man has a measure of faith, man.
Yep.
So like, who was given to you?
No, because I remember something you told me a long time ago.
Hey, that's the dude that threw that bottle, man. Last time. In the green right there.
Oh, see, that's why he's doing a little
Yeah.
bit.
That's why he going live right now.
Oh.
He the one that threw that
Walking
bottle.
away with the shit facing backwards.
Just so you know, that's the one that threw it.
Looking over here, I got him on the internet. Facebook Live, I got him. Look at him.
Why is everybody looking, bro? Y'all get the word.
Well, I was gonna say, no, you made a point a while back. This scripture you brought out That's what I was gonna say. Where you said that. What's the one where it says that you have not the one that has much knowledge, but the one that has little faith.
Oh,
You know what I said, man. That fear better him that has fear of the Lord than
much knowledge.
Yeah. I remember you taught me that. I don't remember where it is.
Yeah, transgression.
Con, read that last verse again.
Yeah, Con. St. Matthew's 25, verse 25. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. It's his.
That's right. That is his.
Yeah. So like, if I may add, I want to say one thing. I had did a video where it says how not to be a black identity extremist. And the dude that brother was talking about,
I never forget that face, bro.
Might do. He had threw a bottle right here, and this one was a lot of devils, a lot of demons out here, man. Make a long story short, dude was across the street. That's why everybody was looking. And he had a nigga with him. Said, what y'all looking at? Well, you defending him, but we out here for your salvation, nigga. And you out there with your enemy? Your hand join the hand? That's what I'm saying, bro. But you
Israel gotta go, man.
This shit gotta go. That's why the Lord said, pray not for these people. So with that being said, bro, we out here letting you know who you are, but you defend the motherfucker that put us in the predicament that we are in, despite the fact that we sinned and went on.
Black America.
For real?
Yeah.
And then they say you're supposed to love everybody. That's why they said John came neither eating nor drinking. They still had an excuse. YAHAWASHI came eating and drinking, and they still had an excuse. It don't fucking matter, bro. Fuck it. Straight up.
Y'all black
niggas
Americans
don't know shit, but what the fuck they know on TV.
They don't
hate niggas, bro.
That's right.
These fucking
niggas mean ignorant.
That's right.
Shit, bro.
Niggards and all that shit, man.
Weed, bitches, and drink.
That's it.
And promethazine and fucking mollies and shit.
Hey, if I may add,
stupid ass.
hey, if I may add, according to the scriptures, don't it say, according to Jeremiah 4:22, my people are foolish. My people are foolish, for they have not known me, man. You know, and then what?
And another, it's like, I didn't mean, brother. It's like it, brother. I was gonna say, man, that's another thing. See, that same spirit, because you just said, you quoted that scripture, quoted again?
Yeah, Jeremiah 4:22. My people are foolish. But what Proverbs 1:7 says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But fools despise wisdom. He that despises slacking.
No, so check it. I'm sorry. So when our people hang out with people like that, with the woo spirit, woo! Woo! Motherfucking America is about to be destroyed. Woo! Can I get a picture? Woo!
That's what niggas say.
Y'all understand what's about to happen out here? Yo, this thing this shit bugs me the fuck out, and not in a righteous way. I'm just like, what the fuck? This place is about to be destroyed, and you were like, woo! Can I get a picture? Woo!
They're gonna be born that nuclear fire.
And then you niggas want to be hand in hand with them? Like, bro, like. This shit is crazy to me. This shit bugs me the fuck out, bro.
But I know why it's like that, though. Because they're the same ones that said, get the Holy One of Israel from before me, man. That's why. Listen, they don't want to see it. They don't want to accept it.
They can't. It's something always blocking.
That's the reason why they don't want
it. Makes sense.
So they can't accept it.
No.
They can't accept it. What more can you do, bro? Besides, what? Do the foolishness of preaching to save those who believe. That's the whole purpose, bro. Everybody's not gonna believe, man.
That's right.
But everybody's not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, and everybody's not an Orlando Magic fan. So everybody's not a fan of the Lord. Everybody's not a fan of the truth. Yeah. People are fans of lies, matter of fact. A fat bitch. How do I look? You look fat. I'm being real. Lose some weight. Change your diet.
The fucked up thing about it, you can't even do that. No, you can't do that in this world. You do that in this world, you get labeled as a fucking
a sexist
misogynist.
Misogynist.
Politically incorrect.
Yeah, which we are. Yeah, but isn't men supposed to be that way? Didn't the scripture say, "Oh, ye men I call"? What did it say?
Oh, ye congregation of men.
Yeah, you're
in the book of Sirach. That's right.
Because the word congregate, we use the word con means with, and the word greg means man. We use man. With men.
See, that's the spirit. That's real. See, now it's all right, Joseph. Then it goes to the scriptures, you know, or it's like rejoice and be glad. These people are actually having a good time in the concrete fucking jungle.
They're animals. They're the ape man. They're the ape man in the concrete jungle.
They're in their fucking what do you call it? Habitat, in environment. This is their habitat.
Bro, America today is the apex of their kingdom. Homosexuality, transgenders, GMOs, lab meat, women ruling men. This is a kingdom. This is a queendom. Oh, this place is through, man. America has no beginning and no ending. It's just never existing. There's gonna be a folklore in that day, man.
In 1 hour.
In 1 hour, America will be destroyed.
It's finished.
Oh, it's filth out here.
Hey, if I may add to the spirit, a brother from Philadelphia, he brought out a couple of days ago. He said, yeah, ancient Rome wasn't built in 1 day, but it was destroyed in one. Ooh. America wasn't built in 1 day, but it's going to be destroyed in 1 hour.
1 hour. An hour just means an hour. Like 60 minutes. That's profound. Hey, this brother says it's gonna be a hell of an hour.
Hey, the missiles gonna get the job done, bro. Destroying wind.
Destroying wind.
Eating the lives on fire, bro.
And they shall fan her.
Oh, hey, but the Lord is not playing. The Lord is all about prophecy.
Yeah, that's an army.
And everybody loves Psalms and Proverbs. Even Psalms and Proverbs speaks about them. All those that hate me love them.
They're going to Matthew.
Happy to see that Dash guy, the little was against the stone.
That's in the song.
That's in the song,
yeah,
bro.
That was funny. Ill ass, yo. That shit probably was sick. They're probably singing that shit a lot.
Yeah, why do you think he wrote it down? That's what he vision.
Yo. Yeah, that's why you get to spare on all these hip hop songs out here that Jake be putting out. They talking about killing each other. Y'all put the 4-5 to your dome and this, that, and the third. Talking about Jake, other Jake though. They were singing songs about killing Edomites. They were singing songs about killing Edomites all day. Heathen. We can't, yeah, you put a song out about killing heathen and killing white people as racist. They ain't gonna like that. They ain't gonna put that on Hot 97. All right, you're talking about killing white people, killing Chinese. Going in China, slicing and dicing groups and shit. Yeah, you put that on the radio. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's my shit. But the songs was ill, man. Matter of fact, yeah, in the spring, was the song 139? We're talking about Old Total of Babylon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop with that, I got it.
Yeah, man. Because we're gonna get into something, get on y'all right now. Because hey, here in Florida, you know, brothers, here in Florida, there's a lot. That's basically the population is straight Edomites. It's straight so-called white people. Basically,
Florida is like a retirement state, so a lot of Edomites come in and retire. And you know, you have a lot of those winter birds that come down during like October, September from Canada and shit.
Snowbirds, yeah, snowbirds. Yeah. They come down and they look like that too. They old white lady in the fucking look like a goddamn Q-tip hair, driving in front of you,
Susie Q-tip,
20 miles an hour in a fucking in like a 7 Series.
For real.
Like, come on, man.
He said 7 Series.
A 7 Series.
Yeah.
They do that.
BMW?
Yeah.
745 LI?
Yeah. Now, we above that now. We doing bigger things. Yeah, you used to do bigger than that. You used to got the big boy shit, man. Big numbers. Big numbers. And they come down here, and it's all that you see down here is Edomites. Edomite children, okay? So we got to really endure that. I know a lot of other cities, you see a lot of Jake. We really see a lot of Esau out here. Whether it be college Edomites or old ass Edomites, old wrinkle ass Edomites. Okay, we get them all, and that we call that blood red American spirit, pride ass American spirit. All right, they're gonna get put to death. All right,
that redneck spirit. Yeah. That's the best way to look at it.
Yeah, that redneck.
That redneck spirit.
That woo spirit.
Yeah, that woo.
Yeah,
that spirit.
That Ric Flair.
Bud Light. That spirit. You know, Michelob and shit. That spirit. Yeah. Don't jump. That spirit.
Yeah, that MAGA spirit.
Let's go, Bubba.
Well, boys.
That spirit. Let's go, Bubba.
Yeah, we
Well,
did that.
boys. What is it? Well, boys. Hey, we had a nice one.
We had a nice.
We had a nice one. Cause that's it.
Boy, you saw that gator? That's him, bro, for real.
Yeah, that's what we live around.
Esau spirit.
We live around
that. That's the same spirit that fucking came in and with Deuteronomy 28, man. That same spirit was back there with the Romans and the fucking Greeks.
Yep. Yeah, and they were the lower level ones.
You laugh at it, bro, like that. What did you call it? Salaki, forgive me, but what's that movie? Jackass. You watch that shit and laugh at it. Yeah. Them the same motherfuckers that was out there hanging you. That's their children.
Painting Jake face up, you know that cartoon, all black and with big lips,
with the red lips. That was them making mockery of them. That's their children.
Yeah. With the Indians, with the feathers, and all that shit. in the TP, straight making mockery.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Who played? Who played every fucking Thanksgiving in the NFL?
Cowboys and
Washington
Indians.
Redskins and Cowboys.
Every year.
Dallas, every fucking year, bro.
Yep.
And
This
they
year.
not bred.
And the Cowboys always fucking win too.
My mother's a Reubenite. That brother's a Reubenite.
Well, we was the real Cowboys. Jake was actually the real Cowboys. But go ahead.
And they the real Redskins.
And they the real Redskins.
So technically we won.
Or the pale faces.
Yeah, we won.
They call them the pale faces. Hold on. Somebody in Old English, they'll say, "Oh my golly, you look pale." Another word for pale is ill or sick.
Ill, yeah.
So they're pale. They look sick. And they're lepers. Fuck out of here.
All chicken.
Raw chicken. With no season on that bitch.
Glad I don't eat chicken. I would never. Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah, you know. Go ahead.
What you want?
Oh yeah. It started Odoro Babel.
No, that's not that one.
The whole hill. I know you're talking about stuff.
This was
This one?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It's right here at 8.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't want to go that far down. Yeah, go ahead. Start up.
all right. You gonna start at the top?
Yeah. We can read all that.
I know you.
Yeah.
It says Psalms 137 and 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept and remembered Zion.
Yeah, because right now, we came over here, right, on what, the boats, the big boats, all right, the cruise ships, okay, we was taken away from our homeland, we was taken away from where we were living for, hot man, the rulers, and then we got conquered, and we got yoked up, and we got brought over here. Read that verse again.
Psalms 137 and 1. By the rivers of Babylon,
Yeah, the rivers of Babylon, that's where we are right now. These are the rivers of Babylon. Okay, go ahead.
there we sat down, yea, we wept, we remembered Zion.
Hey, that actually happened in the days of slavery. They probably sat down by the rivers, by the lake, all right? And singing the spirituals. Come. They're in the field, the cotton fields, singing. Go ahead.
Salaki, can you read that one more time? That from the beginning. I'm going to back you up.
Psalms 137 and 1. By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yea, we wept and remembered Zion.
And to remember, in Babylon, we remember Zion. Why would we remember Zion in ancient Babylon? We already knew who we were. It's talking about over here. And that goes back to, what's that? Baruch.
Yep. I already know you
In
going.
the place, it said in your side, it said in the place of that captivity.
That's right.
Remember that so.
Yep.
This is Babylon.
Yep, that's
It's
right.
over here. Now I got a precept for you. Judges chapter 5, verse 10. Speak ye that ride on white asses, ye that sit in judgment and walk by the way. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing waters by the river of Babylon. Because I remember scripture, I think it's in Joshua, where they said that there will be service to Israel, and we will be, in the scriptures, what they said? One of the Israelites said that, okay, we can let them be draws of water. It literally said, let them be like draws of water. But that means servitude. So what women, because, okay. I think it was, it Isaac? Or was it Jacob? I forgot, somebody. No, I think Abraham died and Isaac went to the over to Syria. And I think it was a woman that was drawing water. Was it Isaac or was it Jacob? You know what I'm talking about, right? In Genesis.
Or was it Moses?
No, I was thinking about Moses too.
It was like he was drawing for the
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking
Might
about.
have been Isaac because it's quoted
might have been Isaac.
in New Testament about the
It was. I think it was.
They named the place Drawing Water, right?
Well, right?
Oh shit, that might be. But the point I'm getting at is that goes back to what a woman does. It's servitude. She's doing the work, so she's drawing the water because she drew the water and gave it to. She drew that water and gave it to.
It was
And the same thing with us being about what? The rivers of Babylon in the place of drawing waters. By the rivers of Babylon.
But we served us.
are in Babylon.
This is what we.
And then Judges 10 and 15.
Definitely. Oh no.
That's why.
Oh, you there?
Oh no. I'm
Out of drawing waters.
No, is it 10 and 15?
Is it? I think it's 10.
No, I'm there right now.
Okay.
It's Judges 5 and 11.
Yeah, 5,
They
11.
that
I
are
had it back.
delivered. Judges 10 talks about going crazy to those other guys. That's what it's talking about.
5 and 10.
You know what you're talking
I had
about.
it back.
No, spirit. It's just spirit. Judges chapter 5, verse 11. they that are delivered from the noise of archers.
That's
Hold
it.
on, what arrow? When you can you hear an arrow? An arrow is and it hits you. You know, an arrow is not like a gun. It said the noise of the archers. Who are the archers? Those that have nuclear warheads. And they're gonna make a noise when it hit.
The noise and pestilence.
Yep. The noise of pestilence, bro. Right. Radiation from the.
That's right.
Hey, shit, on a small scale, go back. I always keep referencing 9/11, man. Go back and watch those videos. Prepare yourself for that. Listen to the sound of them buildings, man, when they was collapsing. You can hear a rumbling sound.
Yep.
Now imagine all the buildings and everything collapsing around you, man, when these missiles start raining down, man.
From a destroying wind.
That's right.
Bro, a wind is gonna destroy you. Have you the force of a hurricane would demolish buildings? We talking about a destroying wind from an instant motion, bro. It's not gonna be like, okay, the hurricane will be here in 3 days. No, it's gonna and take the fuck off, bro. But we talking about in 1 hour.
That's right.
We ain't got much time, bro.
That's right, man.
100 million missiles.
100 million.
But we won't have time, bro.
200. Right. You don't feel like that.
Judges chapter 5, verse. Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing waters.
Which is hopefully, you know, the brothers out here pushing this word. Okay? That's going to be 1/3 also as well. Go ahead.
There shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahawah. Rehearse.
Yeah,
so we're not perfect right now. We are perfect.
Yeah, this is our practice. This is practice, right?
Practice made perfect.
Allen Iverson like practice.
And that's that work.
I don't need no practice.
We're working to be perfect.
The perfection of the saints.
The work of the men. Notice your labor.
Did not Elder Pastor Harper it out?
Yeah.
Ephesians 4 and
Yes,
12?
bro. That's that baby.
The perfection
That's
of
right,
the
man.
saints.
That's right,
They
man.
brought that up.
You have to perfect your craft.
That's right. That's right, man.
Our craft is the Lord.
That's right.
And we talking about being in the governing body, judging the 12 thrones, right? Judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yes.
When you're dealing with judgment, you're dealing with the law, bro.
Right.
Isaiah 50:81. So like
It's a spirit.
but right here in the place of drawing waters, we rehearsing that. Rehearsing that. That's why we're so fervent.
Repetition. That's right.
Repetition.
Persistence.
Because the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. We have nothing else to do, bro.
Trying to win.
This is our lot. Nothing.
Hey, the scriptures say, seeing these things shall be dissolved. What man of person are you to be? Somebody got to be those.
So but the scripture says seen.
That's right.
So that means that somebody already visualized it and put it in there aforetime for our learning. So it's not happening.
So what then? The election have obtained it.
But the rest was
We're blinded. It couldn't see.
Couldn't see it. That's why we got here looking like food to them, because we actually believe this. That's right. Hey, what other Pastor Hart said? You know,
Just the elect. That's just who we are.
That's just who we are.
You know?
But he said it was wrong, man, bro. Who else is doing this? Who
It's getting to a point right now where
It's point blank.
yeah, where we have
evident.
to bring
It's
it
just
out.
evidence, man.
it's
Because of
faith.
faith.
Hey.
Because of faith.
Like say, then shall they know.
That
Look, spirit, exactly. Then shall they know who my chosen.
Oh yeah,
That's right.
come.
Second
Then they
Ezra
say,
You know?
who are my children?
That's right.
That's why.
Because everybody say, have you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? But they ain't never went to John 15 and 16.
Hey.
You have not chosen me, I have chosen you. Now you know who are my chosen.
Hey, if I may spiritually add, the brother said something earlier that was spiritual. He said it's evident, right? But what is our evidence? Our evidence is faith. You know, and that's why we're pleasing the Heavenly Father.
But that's the evidence of things not seen.
Not
They don't
seen,
see
man.
it,
They
but
can't see it.
But no kind of interpretation.
Yep.
The dream.
That's right.
That brothers have been having.
Joel 2:27.
What do you think we are reading? We're reading visions,
Man, that's right. That's why that's the book of the prophets.
Right. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord.
And read.
Yeah.
None of these things shall fail.
Yeah, you finished that, right? Oh, you got you go back to Psalms, right? You finished that one. Drawing waters.
Yeah, the drawn water.
Yeah.
We had finished that.
Yeah.
This brother had brought out Ezekiel 3 and 17. Let's go back to what you was talking about.
Okay, you brought it.
Let's go all the way back because the earlier you was talking about us coming out here preaching His word. And basically that's the dispensation upon us.
Oh yeah, we was talking
So
about
we've been predestined from the beginning to do this. So this is like basically our lot. This is what it's supposed to be. We got nothing else.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto you. The house of Israel, therefore, hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me.
Right, because we are the mouth of the prophets. We are the mouth of YAHAWASHI. Okay? So he says, you know, hear the word. Read it one more time, then let the first verse.
So this is Ezekiel chapter 3. This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Letting you know when the enemy's coming. Letting you know when shit is about to pop off.
And that's mercy. Because he didn't have to do that.
No, you could have just brought it upon everybody. You know? You could have just brought it upon us. All right? We not knowing anything about the Bible, you know, that those prophets before us time. We could have been living out here willy-nilly.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, it just happens. Boom, martial law. What you call it, nuclear destruction. Race rights and all that shit. It just happens. We got warnings, so what we're doing is we're being spiritual watchers, letting you know that the enemy is about to approach. Go ahead.
Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning.
I'll hold that real quick. He said, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning. Listen to this. Isaiah chapter 48, verse 5. I have even from the beginning declared it to thee. Before it came to pass, I shewed thee. Lest thou shouldest say, my idol have done them, and my graven image and my molten image have commanded them. Thou hast heard, see all this. And we have the witness, which is the Spirit, right? And will not ye declare it? I have shewed thee new things from this time, even hidden things, and thou didst not know them. They are created now. So when Isaiah was reading about Isaiah 54:16, I created the smith, but it's created now. It wasn't created back then during the time of Isaiah.
Yep. Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So
That's a vision.
bear with me. Isaiah 48:7 again. They are created now and not from the beginning, even before the day when thou heardest them not. Lest thou shouldest say, behold, I knew them. So that's the living power. The words I'm spoken about millennia ago are happening today. And no idol that you can form can ever say they did it.
That's right.
Fuck out of here.
They and alive. That living powers. Go ahead.
Hold on, yeah, I'm
Sorry, on y'all.
No, we don't.
Top.
Read on to the next one.
Okay. 18 still. Okay. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right. Go ahead. So yeah, we're warning the people. The Lord is telling us that we have to go out and warn the people yet again. Read on. No, that's it.
I got a 18. Okay. This is 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
Right. So that same man that's gonna die, that was being wicked, he gonna die for being wicked anyways, because hey, no one told him, but that's no excuse for you to go out there and demons. So YAHAWASHI is gonna see it that man died. All right, but go ahead. What up?
But his blood will I require at the hand.
Right, it's gonna be required at your hand, because here it is. You know all the information. All right, the Lord revealed it unto you, and you let people who will come by thirsty. You're not giving them no water. Here, the Lord gave you all this water, and then a man come by thirsty. You just let that man walk by. You don't tell him that he's being demonic. You don't tell him that he's going off. And here it is. You know the laws. You know the statutes. You know the commandments. You gonna let that man go by? Yeah. Now that man's gonna die, but his blood is gonna be required in your hand, because you should have told him. You could have saved that man's soul. You could have spent the power of YAHAWASHI. You could actually save that man. But you let him go by, so now guess what? He's done. Go ahead.
This is Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have spoken by the prophets, I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
They go back to that Ezekiel. They go back to the Ezekiel. But he said,
read it again, Dawuda.
Salaki, Bible second. Can you read that first?
Oh, yeah,
read that first.
17? 18 and 17.
18.
Okay, this is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. Which verse?
Yeah.
When I say unto you, the wicked thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speaketh to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
So the Lord said, you have to go and tell them this. Whether they believe or not, they shall know that a prophet was amongst them. Now with that said, can you get that from your brother Bible show?
This Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have spoken by the prophets. I have multiplied visions and used similitudes.
Are not brothers putting up videos of visions and similitudes? Ain't no Edomite putting up no video about them seeing one of the angels in the Redskins game. Cause they can't see it.
They can't see it, exactly.
They don't know who YAHAWASHI is. Tell you that in 1 Corinthians chapter 2. They don't know who YAHAWASHI is. Because they would not have crucified him if they knew who he was. I'll tell you that. So we have the similitude, we have the visions, bro. All you think we out here looking, quote unquote, looking like fools to these people. Late night, everybody getting drunk and shit. Everybody going out, grabbing them a bite. Dudes trying to holler at women, women being promiscuous. Everybody's out here doing what they want to do, but we out here doing the will of the Lord. And that's our whole purpose of living. To do his will. YAHAWASHI did his whole time saying he did the will of the Lord. That was the vision. They go back to the Bible, man. That's us doing it. You have to be the prophets.
Okay. Hosea chapter 12, verse 10. I have spoken by the prophets and have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
Yep.
By the ministry. This is the ministry. This is what we're supposed to. We're serving you. Salaki. Can I get one more piece? Brother, can you give me 2 Peter's chapter 2? Let's see. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20. Spirit, we're prophesying about America being Babylon, right? The scripture says wisdom cried out in the chief place of concourse. Right? We're right here we're out on the corner in downtown St.Pete, preaching the word. The Lord said, we're going to be apostles. We sent forth. We sent forth to tell you beforehand what's going to happen. That's the whole purpose of us being out here. We're not doing this for likes and games. It's because the Spirit is upon us to do it.
And putting us on Instagram.
Yeah,
you know. Keep trying to follow me type of shit.
Make mockery and shit.
This is 2 Peter's verse 1. No, this is 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 20. And it reads, knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scriptures is of any private interpretation.
So what we're speaking is not of our own, it's by the Spirit. But everything that YAHAWASHI said, he said, these are the words of my Father. So everything we speak in is thus saith the Lord. Isaiah 8:20, to the law and testimony, they speak out according to this word, there was no light in them. And like I said a live feed earlier, I said light came out of darkness, but you can't bring darkness out of light. That's how perfect the Lord is. Right up, 21.
Verse 21, for the prophecy came not in old time by the will of man.
So it didn't, it didn't come by the will of who? Man. So it came by the will of the Lord. That's the point. So we didn't just write, so these books wasn't just written and put in because a man wanted to form these books.
Psalm 68 and 11.
Psalm 68 and 11? Oh! Bubble the shop. Can you get Psalm 68 and 11? Your pop. Hold that. Because by the will of man, that was so beautiful. Matter of fact, just get it. Dang. The water. So like the Spirit, that was just beautiful. You just read it. I'm gonna just let you read it.
This is Psalms chapter 68, verse 11. The Lord Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it.
They're talking about great men. Great was the company of those that published it.
Because he gave it.
That's right. In the beginning was the word.
In the beginning, he gave them the word. So guess what? By his word was all things created, right?
That's right.
So who you think was Yahawah in the beginning to create all things?
144,000.
Okay then. Okay then.
Yeah.
Why you think we feel so strong for this? Because we know the word.
We know it.
It's in us.
Yeah, that's
already.
right.
Hey, 144.
That's 144. That's it. Oh, that's a spirit.
144? Spirit. You can finish that up, Bubba Bishop?
Okay.
I think that was it on that.
Yeah.
Back on 2 Peter verse 1, verse 21. But holy men of God spake as they were moved by the Holy Ghost.
Who was moved by the Holy Spirit, man?
Holy man.
Yeah, real quick. He Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right.
Therefore hear the words at my mouth and give them warning for me.
Can I say something real quick? By the Spirit, we just brought that out not even 10 minutes ago. And the Spirit led it right back to it, because that's what it's all about. We sent out here to preach the word, to profess it to you. All right, what the truth is. The scripture said we have an unction to know all things. So all this vocab Malone, did Paul have a sister? And whatever the fuck they be asking now. It doesn't matter. We have the truth. The truth of the Bible is that the Most High is going to show America.
That's right.
America is the mystery whore Babylon. It's
right.
Also Egypt. The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American woman, child, they are the Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. We have confusion of faces out there, man. That we're going to rule the world again. We are the salt of the earth. That's who YAHAWASHI died for on the cross. Who the world enemy calls Jesus. That's the point. And we can see the visions. We just out here to tell it to you so that when YAHAWASHI come back, no cook for your sins. That's it. And you're going to pay with it with death.
And he gave it to holy men. Right?
Men.
Yeah.
That's the Spirit.
Holy men.
Unto ages. Unto ages, because wisdom is eternal. So unto ages entering into holy souls. So if it's entering into holy souls in ages is, I'll go back to the Latin word, which means time, man. All right? So the time period we in right now, somebody gotta have this truth.
Yeah, somebody got to.
You know?
And did not this brother just say holy men?
That's right, holy men.
But when YAHAWASHI said in
already know
John the 17th chapter,
I
he said, I sanctified myself
for them. It's one, man.
He said I sanctified myself
That's right,
for
man.
them, bro.
That's right.
That's why he said there's no greater love, man, that you lay down your life for your brother.
That's right.
That's what he did for his friend, for your friend. That's what he did for us.
I got a Cooper. Shot. This is Sirach 37, verse 25. The days of the life of men may be numbered.
The days of who?
The days of the life of men may be numbered. But the days of Israel are innumerable.
See that? You can't even numberize days, bro. There's no, you can't.
Hey, there's no number to forever.
Yeah, eternal number. That's right.
Why do you think the Lord got mad when David tried to count Israel?
That's the point.
You can't even count my people. How you gonna count your life? Bro, think about that. The Lord, you can't even count your life. But at the same time, you can't count my people. Can that number as the sands of the sea? That's the stars in heaven.
The Most High said, if that can be numbered, then I will be done with Israel.
For sure.
So they can't be numbered.
It can't be.
That's why you said earlier to the Spirit, talking about confusion of faces. There's Jake all over the place. All over. Yeah. You're not gonna be able to just pick a Jake out. It's gonna look like an Edomite. It's gonna look like an Amalekite. All right? You're not gonna be able to count Jake. You know? But who was reading something earlier? You had something earlier?
Well, what you had, Quan?
Oh, that was awesome. Oh, that was Sirach 37, verse 25.
You gave up
Sirach 37, verse 25.
Can you give me Daniel chapter 4?
The days,
verse 17.
The days of the life of men may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable.
Because we're not just men. There's three. There are three levels of men. I'm gonna say that. You have the sons of God, the son of man, and the son of the wicked.
That's right.
But hold on, whose days are numbered? Let's go to Joel 14, Bible.
Hell yeah.
Joel 14 and 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, hell yeah, I know what you're
Because you can't number the nation of Israel's days. Right? But the Lord said somebody's day is numbered. But you can number the days of man. But which man? The son of man or the son of the wicked?
Exactly, because the sons of the Most High can't be numbered. This is Joel chapter 14, verse 5.
Right.
Seeing his days are determined.
His days are determined. Go ahead.
The number of his months are with thee.
The number of his months are with thee. Are not days in a month?
That's right.
So the Lord has a time when America's gonna be destroyed. He said his days are numbered. Bro, they even got people out there talking about, oh, it's almost to midnight on this damn. Hold on. How you gonna watch the time when the Lord's judgment? Who are you? You are a man.
That's right.
And hey, it's been 11:58 for the longest. Go ahead up.
And that's numbered.
And that's numbered.
Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
So the Most High he counted the days the so-called white man gonna be annihilated. You can't pass that. You can see America being crumbled as we speak right
Done right now.
The
Already.
Bible, the prophecy is being fulfilled.
That's right. Already on
But
fire.
our days can be forever. Why? Because the kingdom is ours.
That's right. And it's in us.
If you can read that again.
Come on.
You know, one more time.
Come on. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee.
The what?
The number of his months are with thee.
The number of his months are with him.
That's
man.
right.
So you know what? The Lord said He's gonna take the candle out of the wicked. That's your life. Because the candle is what? The spirit of man.
That's right. Wasted away.
Because once you listen, once you blow out that torch in the candle, it gets dark. But the candle has no heat. Why you think bodies go cold when you die?
That's right.
Because your spirit left you.
That's right. That's right. All kinds.
Spirit.
Yep. That's
So,
right.
hey, so once the spirit of the Lord leaves you, you're dead.
That's right.
So what it said, faith without works is as the body without the spirit.
Spirit, which is dead.
If you don't have faith, you're a walking zombie. That's it. You're a corpse.
Yep. Predestined to be destroyed.
Born in vain.
Let the multitude perish.
Let the multitude perish.
That's right, man.
That's born in vain,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
The Lord said that.
Yep. That's right.
Everybody's not a hero, but there are a lot of zeros.
Hell fucking
Because zero has no value.
That's
You're
right.
vain. You're vanity.
Yep.
You
That's
don't
right.
exist.
That's right.
Why are you here? You're a vapor.
Come. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Right.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. So that's actually a time and a day when YAHAWASHI going to come back and destroy America. But did not YAHAWASHI say that not even he or the angels in the heaven know that day?
That's right. That's right.
You got something?
I think the brother Kalakala has something.
You got something?
It's Isaiah 45 and 17, verse 16.
Snap.
They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them. They shall go into confusion together that are makers of idols.
But so like sit in the dust on virgin daughter of Babylon. Confusion. When you see dust in your eye, you confused. I'm talking about America. In their graven images. Go ahead up.
Verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation.
Right.
Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
It said world without end, so you can't even number our days. World without end. Everlasting salvation, bro. That's why when he said the numbers of man, the days of man can be numbered, but for Israel, there is, bro, it's innumerable. Even the scripture said there's 144,000 men, 12,000 out of each tribe, but then it said an innumerable multitudes, right? You can't even count the multitude. How you gonna count the days of us? So like, go ahead up.
This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17, and it reads, this matter is by the decrease of the watchers and the demand by the word.
So like, it said by the decree of the watchers. A watchman is somebody that looks out for evil to come. Why, when you had the ancient castles, back in the ancient times, King Arthur, Henry IV, all that time, so to say, was us. You would have somebody in a tower watching. The enemies are coming. They let you know. They blow a horn, a trumpet. Isaiah 58 and 1. That's what's happening right now. By the decree of the watcher. What's the decree? The decree goes back to the law, the word. A decree goes back to a statute, something that's established, man. This is the decree. So by the words of YAHAWASHI, we're establishing ourselves by the Spirit. Okay, go ahead, up.
And the demand by the word of the Holy Ones.
And the demand, so by the decree of us, by the demand of the Lord. The commandments, on Matthew 10 and 5. Go ahead, up.
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Right.
And giveth it to whosoever he will, and setteth up over it the beasts of men.
The base
The basis of man. Talking about Esau. And that goes right back to the brother breaking out Isaiah 45 and 17. An everlasting salvation, man. A world without end. That goes right back by the decree of us by preaching this word. So the whole purpose of us being out here is to warn the people, basically, right? For us to do what's required of us. Because by the Spirit, the only reason why we're out here is because the Spirit allowed it. It's right. Because we like-minded men. Can you get anybody got anything? Got anything? Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 33, verse 25. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahawah, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then I will cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob."
And that goes right back with the Lord basically saying, if heaven and earth was to pass away, the nation of Israel will not be my people anymore.
Right.
That's basically what the Lord talking about. The ordinance, he said the ordinances. The ordinances go back to the galaxy, the constellation, the stars.
Can't be broken.
Quick one. Romans 11:1, I say then, hath the Most High cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Okay. Hey, he said never cast away his people. Go ahead.
God hath not cast away his people, which he foreknew. What ye not what the scripture said to Elias, how he maketh intercession to the Most High against Israel, saying, you know,
Spirit, can you give me first, 2 Samuel 7:6? That was beautiful. You are for that. Psalms 105:5 and first, 2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 6. Can you get it up for me?
2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 6. Where I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, but have walked in the tent and in a tabernacle, in all the places wherein I have walked with the children of Israel.
All the places I'll walk with him, so he's with us right now. Now can you go to verse 26, Baba Kashan?
Verse 26. Yeah. And let thy name be magnified.
25. Stay at 25.
Verse 25. And now, O Lord Yahawah.
Start at 24. Baba Kashan.
Verse 24. 2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 24. For thou hast confirmed to thyself thy people Israel to be a people over thee forever.
Forever. Go ahead.
And thou, Lord Yahawah, art become their God or their power. And now, O Lord power, Yahawah power, the word that thou hast spoken concerning thy servant, and concerning his house, establish it forever.
Forever. So the word that you have spoken, which been from the beginning, YAHAWASHI, John 1:1. Right. Go ahead up,
and do as thou hast said, and let thy name be magnified forever. Saying,
so let his name be magnified forever. So that goes back to Malachi chapter 3 verse 16. The book of remembrance made for those who thought upon thy name and feared him. That's right. That's who the kingdom's for. Then it says that in 2 Ezra chapter 9, if I'm not mistaken, where it says where you said the righteous, matter of fact, Salaki, can you give me 2 Ezra?
Don't worry about how the righteous be.
2 Ezra chapter 9, verse you already know, that's what it is. Can you read that one more time, Baba Bishop?
Verse 26, 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 26. And let thy name be magnified forever, saying, the Lord Yahawah of hosts, or of armies, is the power of Israel.
It said, let his name be magnified forever. You get it from me, Baba?
It said 2 Ezra 9:11?
I think it's 9:11.
Right. 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 11. And they that loathe have loathed my law.
Go to 12.
12? Yeah. That's it, yep. The same must know it after death.
And the brother already said it, Salaki. He said those that loathe at my law at the beginning of the 11th verse, but then went to what basically we're talking about. They gonna know after death, they're not keeping the law.
That's right.
Keep going up, keep going.
Yeah, come. Yep. Come. Verse 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished.
Right.
And when. But inquire how the righteous shall be saved.
Keep going, Baba Bishop.
Whose the world is.
What?
Whose the world is.
Baba Bishop, keep going.
And for whom the world is created.
It's only made for the righteous, so that's the point. That goes right back to the everlasting kingdom. The people, him, Israel, abiding by his word. Keep going, Baba Bishop.
2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 26. And let thy name be magnified forever, saying, Yahawah of hosts, or of armies, is the power of Israel.
Come.
And let the house of thy servant David be established before thee.
Let the house of thy David be established before thee. They go back to what, Zechariah chapter 12? Tabernacles of David, them that are feeble amongst thee.
Yep, that's right. Zechariah 12 and 8.
12 and 8?
Yep, that's right.
Come. Right now we're building up the house of Yahshua Dawadah. For real, bro.
Yep.
That's what we're doing right now.
In your face. Live and direct.
Verse 27. For thou, O Yahweh of hosts, power of Israel, hast revealed to thy servant, saying, I will build thee an house. Therefore hath thy servant found in his heart to pray this prayer unto thee. And thou, O Lord Yahweh of power, thou art that power, that thy words be true.
That thy words be true. And the word is with us right now as we speak. That's why I said eat the whole roll, man. And that's what we did. So we understand this. Because this plate was made for us. This book was written for us. That Passover was for us. Because when you eat from the Passover, as a matter of fact, what the scripture said that somebody ate the Passover unworthily. Come on, man. This is spiritual. Right? This is like having the Passover, man.
This is Psalms chapter 105, verse 5, and it reads, remember this marvelous works that he have done, his wonders and his judgments of his mouth. This is Psalms chapter 105, verse 5, and it reads, remember his marvelous works that he have done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth.
Right, his word, all right?
Oh, ye said of Abraham, his servant, the children of Jacob, his chosen.
So the Lord said he chose us. That's why Yahawashi said, mine are thine and thine are mine. Because right now, man, it's really heavy on that St. John chapter 17. That's what it's all about, man. He said he sanctified himself for us. He separated himself. By his death, we were separated from the world. What he said, though, he said, the world hates you. He said, if you think the world hated you, knowing that they hated me before. Come on, man. Why? Because he testified of the works therein. Roughly paraphrasing, they were evil.
Hey, that's
doing the same thing.
Yeah, kind, and that's the spirit too. Just to add too, because Yahawashi walked that life. That's why he said, bear your cross. And that's why he said, we suffering for him. All those that live godly shall suffer persecution. That's why he said, suffering with him, ye shall be glorified.
Yeah, because he had to go through suffering. He had to go through pain and suffering to be the king.
That's right, man. Yep.
That's what he had to go through.
Yep, and that's the separation of men who were going to do that, man.
And he endured.
Yep.
That's what it was. That's the separation between the men who fear God and people who want to fear man. That's right. You know, you're so focused on what man wants, but only man wants the flesh. But the spirit wants to do the will of the heavenly Father. That's why when Elijah slayed the 400 worshipers of Baal by the river, and he said they slayed all the prophets. I have only loved. The Lord said, I have 5,000 men who have not bowed down to the idol Baal. And it said the same thing in Romans the 11th chapter, but it said 7,000.
I really don't mind.
So there's always been a remnant from the beginning who've been predestined to constitute the will of the Lord. He just been showing more mercy, man. The first it was just Noah. Noah was found righteous, but Noah and eight people were saved. Now he talking about saving 144,000 and an innumerable number. Bro, he's showing you how merciful he is, bro. It's heavy. But because he remembered his covenant. That's all it's about. I remember what I said to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But I even told Moses and your forefathers what was going to happen to you because I knew you was a stiff-necked people. That's it. The Lord foreknew what was going to happen and told us what was going to happen. So why be afraid? Just tell me what you need to do. So I can hang with. Go ahead.
Verse 7. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He hath remembered his covenant forever.
He remembered his covenant forever, man. Go ahead, up, Bible Chuck.
The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
To 1,000 generations. Okay? The Heavenly Father said to 1,000 generations, he gonna show his mercy, his covenant. So that remnant has been with him from the beginning. And we are here right now. Mercy unto 1,000 generations. Baba Bashar, can you get me on bomb. Can you give me Can you give me Exodus 34:7? Read one more time,
He had remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations.
To 1,000 generations. Can you read Exodus 34:7?
Come on, Exodus chapter 34, verse 7. Keeping mercies for thousands.
Keeping mercies for who?
For thousands.
For thousands. But this is back in Exodus.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
But he said he keeping mercy for thousands. 144,000, right? And then you do have the innumerable number.
Which is more thousands, man.
But his saviors, 144,000.
Obadiah 1, that last verse.
Obadiah 1, the last verse.
That's right,
saviors.
man. That's right.
No, and the script, well, YAHAWASHI said, and you said it earlier, to bear your cross.
That's right, man.
So you have to bear the indignation of the Lord as well. So when you bear the indignation, you bear your own sins. But YAHAWASHI died for all of our sins. But we still got to bear our own sins. Right. No matter how you look at it. You still got to walk the same path to be glorified. Everybody wants to glory, but nobody wants to put in the fucking work. What's wrong with these people? They'll microwave everything. Don't even appreciate the time of cooking it and making it. Everything instant. If I'm not getting salvation now, I'm not gonna be out there for 30, 25, 20 years. Well, the Lord didn't choose you. Go ahead up.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 7. Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression.
Forgiving iniquity and transgression unto thousands of generations. All of our sins and all of our righteousness is as filthy rags. So that goes back to us being born today. Regeneration. That's how we say, ooh, I think we get Titus 3, 5. Yeah. You got something?
No, I'll give Titus 3. Yeah, sorry.
Titus 3. Yeah, no,
keep going. All right, fine. And sin. And that will by no means clear the guilty.
He won't clear the guilty. So that means that somebody's going to be offended. That's 2/3. By our faith, we're going to rehearse the righteous acts. Judges 5 and 11.
Right. Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. What? Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children.
The iniquity of the fathers upon the children. That remind me of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Come on, man. Like the iniquity of their fathers?
Yeah, prepare slaughter. That's right.
So that means that the same ones, so the same people who are going to have mercy had to be there back in the day. And they hit a day. And though in the end, going back to showing mercy, if he's going to show mercy into 1,000 generations, what makes you think he's not going to show you condemnation as well? Because you still, he said they're not going to be guiltless. So Esau going to have to fall. And 2/3. Right. Go ahead on.
And upon the children's children, unto the 3rd and to the 4th generation.
Continue. All right. What you got? Oh, no, you won't. Yeah, you got it.
Titus chapter 3, verse 5. Not by works of righteousness, which we have done,
right,
but according to his mercy, he saved us.
So not by the works of righteousness that we have done, by the works of what?
According to his mercy.
According to his mercy, which goes back to him sacrificing himself for us.
He saved us.
Right.
By the washing of regeneration and renewing of the Holy Spirit.
So being reborn. That's why that mercy goes into 1,000 generations, because by the washing and the regenerate of the Holy Spirit, because the spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet. So we always been sanctified. We already been preordained, man, for salvation. That's our whole purpose of that's really our whole purpose. That's really the whole purpose of faith. You basically, the Lord gives you faith. I want you to display how powerful, how beautiful and glorious I am by your faith. So go do the work. So that in that day, you're going to actually be reigning with my son. He did the same exact thing you're doing. That's bearing your cross, man. That's what it's all about. We all are soldiers in the spiritual war, but every soldier still has to carry his own weapon. And every soldier has to defend himself. So you can die, like me, you can have the same mindset. We're trying to get there, but you can perish because you didn't keep your shield up, like the 300. Every man has to hold up their shield. Every man has to hold their faith. That's how you build. That's why you break bread and you edify with brothers, man. That's what you call building. Being around like-minded men. That's what gets you more amped up in the spirit. Imagine if there's only one fan in the whole stadium. You won't hear him. But let the entire stadium be feeling everybody screaming. It's power in it, man. Power in the congregation, the multitude of righteous men. That's why we're here. So we've been here in the end. It's like we've been here in the beginning. We're here now, and we pray we're gonna be here also in the end. And we still say we pray because that's us just trying to be humble. But we know we're gonna get the king. We know we're gonna get the king.
That's confidence. That's faith. Hey, that's beautiful because the scriptures tell you in Joshua, that's a commandment to be. Have I not commanded thee?
Have not to be courageous.
Come on, man.
That's a commandment.
That's a commandment.
That means you're supposed to have faith. Courageous. Yeah. I commanded you to be courageous.
I commanded you to have faith.
To be a valiant man. That's spiritual, bro. That's heavy.
Man, that's.
I commanded you. So in other words, I'm giving you faith. So why are you afraid? I commanded you to be courageous. That's still a part of keeping it. The just shall live by faith.
Hey, and if you love him, well, you will keep that commandment, man.
You won't keep that
and
one
have
too.
faith,
Exactly.
you know, and believe in that, man.
And wait upon him until he rises up against the prey.
That's right.
Right now we're fishers, man. But in that day, the Lord gonna make us hunters, man.
That's right. Yep.
That's it.
Perfect balance.
Perfect balance.
This is book of Psalm 75, verse 5. For he established
785.
This is Psalm 78, verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children.
So it's supposed to be made known, so like made to their children, and we're the children of the prophets. So we're the prophets again.
That the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children.
Even the children that should be born. That's us coming back in the regeneration, which you brought out in Titus 3:5. All right, so right now we're doing the work.
Let me read one more verse, and I got the flip side of that. Verse 7. That they might set their hope in the Most High and not forget the works of the Most High, but keep His commandments.
So like it, set their hope in the Most High and remember His works.
It says, verse 7, Psalm 78 and 7. That they might set their hope in the Most High and not forget the work of the Most High, but keep His commandments.
And not forget the work of the Most High and keep His commandments. Can you please get Psalm 105 and 4?
All right, this is Psalms chapter 105, verse 4. Seek the Lord in His strength. Seek His face evermore. Remember His marvelous works.
Remember His marvelous works.
That He have done. His wonders, His judgments of His mouth.
His judgments of His mouth. That He spoke His word. All things come to pass by His word. So let's go back to the covenant. He's not a man that He should lie. That's why when the brother brought out that Psalm 78, it spoke about fearing, keeping the faith, keeping the hope of His word, man. The testimony. You testify by what? By you sit there and you speak. You have to profess. So the testimony that we have is of what? Prophecy. That's all it's about, man. But we're talking about getting the kingdom of heaven. We're talking about America's kingdom being destroyed, which is Babylon. We're talking about being righteous people, but at the very same time, though, everybody want to talk about that. What about the mark of the beast? What about the RFID chip? What about the race wars that's to come? What about the perilous times? All right, but every time the prophet came on the scene, the prophet did not always have a good message. But we're here to tell you, the evil that is to come, and so that we can get the kingdom. What is what's that? Is it Acts 13:23? If I'm not mistaken. We shall enter to the
Much
kingdom.
tribulation comes.
Acts 13:23.
Or 20.
If I'm not mistaken, 14. I know it's something like this around there. 13:23. Is that the one? Might be 14. It might be 14. Yeah. 14:21. Go to 14:21. That's it. Go to 14:21.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That's it. That's right. Spirit. Acts chapter 14, verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Through much tribulation shall we enter to the kingdom of the Most High, man. So we have to bear our indignation like Yahawashi bear his indignation as well. Because we know Yahawashi to be who? King Solomon. All right? But to tell you in Ezekiel, the 18th chapter, that the father shall not die for the sins or the iniquity of his son. So you gotta die for your own sins. Nobody can die for you. But Yahawashi did that for the elect to show you how much love it was. Listen, bro, the Heavenly Father made a covenant, and Yahawashi still died for us. He made a promise, and he still died for us to keep the promise. Like, bro, you know how much love that is, man? You shedding blood. The Lord already made a pact with Abraham, but Yahawashi still died for us to still get the kingdom, man. That's why you're supposed to glorify Yahawashi and Yahawashi Hashem Chakadash in your body. You also need to bring up?
It's 1 Peter 2, verse 1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and guile, and hypocrisies and envies, and all evil speaking,
right,
as newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word.
So hold on, newborn babes mean what? You got to be reborn. But how are you born again? By the Spirit. Exactly.
As newborn babes desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so be ye have tasted the Lord is gracious.
Tasted the Lord is gracious, man. So, hey, so that goes back to eating that roll. And drinking from that cup. Right?
To whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of the Most High and precious.
Chosen of the Most High and precious, man. Hey, remember that video we had brought out? The Lord is making up his jewels. Precious jewels, man. Even in the kingdom of heaven, you're gonna have 12. You're gonna have 12 gates, and each gate gonna have its own precious jewel in it.
Verse 5. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house, and a holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices.
Yeah, and you know what it is? That's sacrificing the old man that you had before, because you mortified those members. All right, and now you've been reborn again, because you can't be that individual and then this person in the world. And as Lord said, you'll do what? You'll love. You can't
serve two masters.
Yep, can't learn two masters, man. So that means that you gotta share. Either you gonna love your flesh or you gonna love your spirit. There ain't no such thing as equal and greater than like Esau saying math. No, one is always gonna be more than the value of zero. That's it. Then like how I said that I go to my Father who is greater than I. Go ahead up.
Acceptable to the Most High by Yahawashi.
Acceptable by. So only way we're gonna be, because the Lord said. Can you give me Hosea? Can you give me Hosea 1:10? Brother Deshaun.
Alright,
Hosea 1. Hosea 1:10. Can you read that last part out one more time?
And holy priesthood to offer up sacrifices acceptable to the Most High by Yahawashi.
This is Hosea chapter 1 verse 10, and it reads, Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered.
Right.
And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people,
right,
there shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God.
And that goes back to us being accepted, because we were Gentiles at one time. So now it says, so in the land of our captivity, we are the living, we Israel, we are Yahshua, man. Nobody believes us. But they never, who wants to believe bad news, man? Nobody wants to hear bad news. That's why you can easily walk away from it. That's why he said, those that loathe in my Lord. You understand?
There's something else on that right there. It says, in the land where they say you are not my people, right? This is the only captivity and the only place we've been in captivity where we weren't called Israelites. It's the only place where they ever called us anything else, all right?
Exactly, brother, you're right. They absolutely knew. Right? Because they knew who we were back at the time of Yahawashi. But did not they say that it's not he the king of the Jews? So they knew who we were. They knew what Paul, even Acts 13:1, they said they were called Neger, black, some of the apostles. So they knew who we were. And they know today as well. It's the same spirits, man. All right? You got some more on that?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay, hold on.
It says, wherefore also it is contained in the scripture, behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he that believeth on him shall not be confounded. Unto you, for which believe he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner.
The stone which the builders disallowed.
No, I have
What you had? It's a spirit.
Oh, you had the same thing. Oh,
Bro, it said the stone. You want to know why? Because it's what the scripture says. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few, man. The labor, it's labor of love. Understand, the Lord is not unrighteous to forget your works. Exactly, bro. You have the labor in there. That's cool. So we're building the house to those who believe. So you have to have faith. Can you read that last part one more time, Bible Bishop?
it says, the stone which the builders disallowed, you just simply look at that word, this, then allowed.
Yeah,
So
like
disallowed.
dismantle means to break,
you know?
to break loose or whatever.
Disallowed, so he didn't allow. You know, disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner.
He's the head of. Because whenever you go, what's the foundation? Peter. He made Peter his foundation, and YAHAWASHI is that cornerstone. When you think about the cornerstone, you can't have a wall without a cornerstone, bro. You have to have a strong cornerstone. Then you have to have a sturdy foundation. Peter, named Petra, was rock. So who are those lively stones? We are the lively stones. Built with YAHAWASHI down with them, right? Spiritual house.
Hey, I got one quick one real quick. Verse 11. Dearly beloved, I beseech you, as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts which war against the soul.
So, hey, abstain from things in the flesh that war against your spirit. Kind of like a woman wants a lot of your time. She wants a lot of your attention. Well, wisdom is a woman. So the more you into your Bible, your woman will be like, you always read. Like, damn. I'm reading the Bible though. I'm not reading Bible, nigga. Man, you don't have no. You fucking the brothers now. You always with the Akim. You always with the Akim. Yeah, bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's a spirit though. With your brothers. That's how it is. So like, hey. So you know, just by the spirit, man. By the spirit, you gotta sacrifice something. You got more on that?
No, it's on that.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that was beautiful. No, that was it. Hey, come on. Yo. You have something? No. I was
This is Psalm 118, and we'll start at 14. Read on down. The Lord Yahweh is my strength and song, and is become my salvation. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacles of the righteous.
Hey, he said he's our strength and our song. Nigga, like the Matthew 11th chapter that you have brought up. We said we have piped unto you. That's the song. The song is these words right here. Revelation chapter 14. All right, go ahead up.
The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacles of the righteous. The right hand.
Can you read that right one more time?
Verse 15. The voice of rejoicing and salvation is in the tabernacles of the righteous.
It's in the house of the righteous, man. So we're always rejoicing. By doing what? By giving glory to the Lord. That's how you really rejoicing, man. Giving him honor and glory by doing the work. Glorifying him. Go ahead up.
The right hand of the Lord Yahweh doeth valiantly. The right hand of the Lord is exalted, and the right hand of the Lord doeth valiantly. Oh, no, it says it twice. Verse 17. I shall not die, but live, and declare the works of the Lord.
I shall not die, but live and declare the works of the Lord, man. Because that's really, what are we really doing, man? Is glorifying YAHAWASHI. We're not in this for self-glorification. We're not in this to exalt ourselves. We're not in this to get praise from men. We're solely in here because we've been given a job, all right, to wake up the elect, to bring them back to the Heavenly Father, man. So they can acknowledge Him and look at Him and acknowledge Him as their power, man. All right, unto the children of Israel. The Lord always sent us during the time when we was in Egypt. The Lord sent us Moses, all right, a savior. Okay, Moses came, and he said, when when you send me to them, who shall I say sent me? And he say, you shall say, you know, I am that I am, Yahawah has sent me unto you, man. And that's what we're supposed to do. Because right now, Israel is crying, Israel is mourning. All right, our people are catching all kind of hell. And what right now, furthermore, we talking about the elect, man. Ezekiel 9:4, the scriptures say, go through the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and put a mark on those that sign that cry for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof. All right? So the scriptures say not all Israel is of Israel, man. So we are the Israel of Israel, okay? And we signing and crying. So the Lord is hearing his people right now, which would be the elect, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, I read it again, Psalm 118:17. I shall not die, but live, and declare the works of the Lord Yahawah. The Lord Yahawah hath chastened me sore.
He has chastened us sore, man. What's up, man? He has chastened us sore. Micah 7:10, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, man. We seen how the Lord say, I will look for David.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
All that pass by, what was this talking about? All the other nations, man. All the nations round about. They pass by and clap their hands at thee. Go ahead.
They hiss and wag their heads at the daughter of Jerusalem.
Look at World Star Hip Hop. Right there. Oh man, these niggas finna be funny, man. These niggas are always losing their damn mind. These, like Jake has become a entertainment, man.
Yeah, that's it.
Niggas just losing their mind on World Star Hip Hop. All right. Jake hitting somebody's wife and then putting it on online. Yeah, I smashed this nigga's bitch or something. You know what I mean?
That's why you don't see them on the big councils like the G20 summit. You don't see niggas up there.
Because niggas are simple, bro.
Okay.
You know? And why is that? Because these curses are pleaded upon us. That's why YAHAWAH Bashim Yahushai, the Heavenly Father, that's why he said, for my name's sake have I done this. Yahshua, Prince of the Power, the children of Israel. Here it is, you supposed to be the children of Israel, representing me, the Heavenly Father, but look how you acting.
Got y'all looking fucked up out there.
Yeah. So you want to put dirt on my name? Fine. All right. I got something for you. Go ahead.
The joy of the whole earth?
The joy of the whole earth. Because really, the intentions of the Heavenly Father was to set us up on high, man. Put all these heathens beneath us, man. All right? The so-called white man, the Chinese, the Arabs, all these nations are supposed to be underneath us, man. But here it is. We wanted to be simple, man. We wanted to go after our own flesh, after our own lust, man, and transgress the laws, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. That's what we wanted to do. Go ahead.
Verse 16. All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is
we got them. We swallowed them niggas up, man. You got Moab got control over all your beauty supply products.
Ham.
You know? You want any beauty supply products, because you know, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, your genetic makeup is completely different from the so-called white man. So the shit they put in their hair, it don't really work for you. The shit they put on their skin, it don't really work for you. So what, you gotta go to Moab or the Koreans, Elam, Ishmael to get all those products, man. And then what, when you go in there, they taxing the hell out of you for those products, plus tax everything. You go in the beauty supply store, bro, come on, you know, Southside, St.Pete, they tax the hell out of you, bro, in there, man.
Go to the East Indian neighborhoods, go to the Cushite neighborhoods. You go in there, you getting taxed, bro.
They don't get taxed.
No, they don't get taxed. You get taxed. Niggas get taxed.
And then what, these Israelites, damn Krusty Krab on 18, that's all Ishmael in there, bro. That's Ishmael in there. And Ishmael know the fucking laws, man. Ishmael know the Torah. They follow those same laws. The pork, the crab, but what it is, they feeding our women that bullshit, man.
That shrimp, lobster,
you
right.
Got them, man.
Absolutely right. Moab do it too, the garlic crabs, all that. Damn, you're right.
You know, we got them. And they know Jake is the biggest consumer. So you want to make money, you would set you up a fried chicken joint, man. You Easy.
Yep.
You know?
All for real.
Set you up a fried chicken joint or a Hong Kong or a China one in your neighborhood.
They'll be there 30 years later.
Exactly. Feed Jake all that shit, man. The nations got us. They had us. Go ahead.
They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we looked for. We have found. We have seen it.
Certainly, this is the day that we look for. Because if you go to Joel, the 3rd chapter, Tyre and Zidon and Ishmael, the Lord says, so you will repay me back. So they the ones that had hand in the slavery, huh? They was jealous. The chosen, those Israelites. They waited for this day to see us fall. They waited to see us like this in this worst state we ever been, man. Niggas losing their goddamn mind, bro. And as a prophet of the Lord, as a minister unto the Lord's people, that shit hurts you, man. You see that shit like, man, Jake all messed up. You embarrassed up Jake, man. Like, man, fucking niggas, man. They can't never do nothing right. You know? You hear somebody loud and screaming, you already know it's the nigga woman, man. All right? You see somebody robbing or taking something. You living in the hood, somebody taking your shit out your yard or whatever the case may be. Like, it's fucking niggas, man. You know? You know it. But here it is, according to the law, all right? We were supposed to be love thy neighbor. You see your neighbor's sheep going straight, what? You take that sheep and you bring it back to him. You restore it to him.
You gotta lock your gate. Lock your gate.
Yeah. You restore that unto him.
Yeah.
Now Jake find your shit out. Oh, it's mine. He cuffed it, man.
Jake says they call that nigga was slipping.
Yeah, he called him slipping.
That nigga slipping.
You know, I called him slipping, man.
Took his shit, took his sheep. And then they can give it back to him.
What kind of life is that, man?
What about you?
This is the day they waited to see. What? You don't see no, when you see a Chinese restaurant, you don't see nothing but Chinese people in there. Yep. You don't see no white people in there. You don't see no Arabs in the Chinese restaurant. They say they only hire 8 people.
As they should.
Okay? Well, there's nothing wrong with that, the unity. But when it comes to Jake,
bro.
Man, bro.
Don't hire anybody but our people.
But our people. Oh, I don't want to work with niggas. But at the end of the day, can you? You curse people. You can't work with them, man.
When you try to do business with a nigga, man, something come up missing.
He trying to finesse you.
Yeah.
You know?
No, you can't do
supplant. Hey, he says trust not every brother.
Yeah.
Every brother will utterly supplant.
Or he's selling shit on the side. Got your shit going out the back door, making money on the side, man.
I did that shit out of job before. I got fired for that shit.
That's how Jake do, man.
Yeah.
You know?
You got terminated. Yeah, terminated, dog.
He asked him, did you get terminated?
I got asked to resign.
You know,
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, me too, man. I worked for Target. They called me. I thought it was the shit. But I was like, Jake, man, don't worry about it. Hey, man, I'm going to give you 50 cents off on this item. I'm literally changing prices and shit in the fucking computer, bro. You know? Yeah, I was going off for real. So I can go ahead.
No, that was it on that. Give me that whole. Yeah, no, you got something new. Yeah. So give me that bumper shot.
This is Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. In that day, I will raise up the tabernacles of David.
And you see it right now, man. And that day, man, this is strength right here, man. We know where the hell we going. We know who our power is. All right? We belong somewhere. Regardless, man, of what happens, man, I know if I was to die tomorrow or die tonight, I know I'm an Israelite. I know who the Most High is. I know His name. All right? That's all I need to know. I feel whole.
Straight.
We feel whole. Just knowing that, I feel whole, bro.
That's right.
I ain't got no good job. I ain't got no fly ass whip. I ain't got no nice ass house, crib. But I know who the Most High is. All right. I know who I am. I know a nation I belong to, man. That's it, man.
You know it's about to happen.
I belong, and I know the latter end, man. I know exactly. I know what's going to happen to the nation of Israel, man, in the near future.
It looks bad right now, but the game is rigged. You know, we're about to win this motherfucker.
You said it's rigged?
Yeah, the game
I like
is rigged.
that. Game shark.
Quick reset game breaker.
Well, let him finish this real quick. Let him finish.
That is fallen and close up the breaches therefore.
That is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, man. Because as you can see, man, the differences. Coming up, you know. unity. They ain't getting together. They see they got the same oppressor, the so-called white man. They see they got the same oppressor. So what? He closing up the breaches thereof. Israel gonna come back together according to Micah the 5th chapter. All right. Israel gonna come back together. They might not come together under that whole banner of Israel, but they gonna come back together, man.
They gonna be on like do it.
You know? Go ahead.
And that will raise up his ruins.
And I will raise up his ruins, because we was ruined, bro. Imagine that, bro. You know, like an old team, man. What's a good team that was just knocking everybody out, man? I'm not a sports fanatic. Back in the days.
Back in the days?
Yeah, what's a good team that was knocking everybody out, man?
You know? Yeah, I would say about Dallas,
all
pretty
right,
much.
Let's say
Dallas,
them.
yeah.
Beating everybody. Nobody was able to touch them.
Or Jordan
exactly.
in 93.
You read about that, like, man, that was a squad back then, man. Like, nobody can stop them. That's when I read these scriptures, that's how I imagine. Like the house of David, all right?
That's right.
Gad, Reuben, Manasseh. Yep. We was going through this.
Yes.
Taking down all nations.
Yes.
Nobody was able to deal with us, man. Through the spirit power, YAHAWASHI. That's what I think about, man. I want to see that day, man. I want to roll on these nations, man. You know? With my brothers, man. Taking down these nations, taking back what belongs to us, man. Putting that boot on them. Oppressing them, man. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting for Jeremiah 51, man. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, man.
There you go.
I'm waiting to see that day.
Right.
For us to be risen, man. I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting, man. I'm serious, bro. That's all I want to see, bro. That's this I pray, man. Just man, be with my brothers, man. We just take over this whole planet, man. With the holy angels, man. Come with that innumerable number of angels, man. I'm waiting for that day, bro. That's like the scriptures say, the day of vengeance is born in the Lord's heart. Man, I'm waiting, man. I believe I was one of those men back there with David, man. Taking down nations, man.
Running through.
These stink-ass heathens, man. Uncircumcised dogs, as the scriptures say, man. Stink-ass Hamites, some Sudanese, man. The Sudanese, the ancient Egyptians.
Piss and shit.
Oh, man, come on, man. I'm waiting to go to they top elite people, man, and put their ass in chains. All right?
Right to work. Drop the piss, right to work.
You fucking them stink-ass Saudis. Reach off for their oil, them Saudi kings in Dubai and all that shit, man. Driving Lambos. I'm waiting to go get them, man.
Fucking
you know?
boys and shit.
They say, hey, say that you may know that I have loved thee, man. Go ahead,
And I will build it as in the days of old.
So imagine that. I will build as the days of old, bro. That's faith, bro. We gonna be the mighty men. Running through shit, man. Running through nations, bro. Having the nations in fear. All right?
Trembling again.
You know?
That's what the HALAL.
They see Israel. Oh, let them go through. We heard what your power did.
Exactly.
You know?
Spirit, Joshua's 2nd chapter.
We want that back, man.
We gonna get them
right now, man. Look, oh, fucking niggas,
it's looking
man.
grim.
You know, walk past us right now. What are they doing over there?
You guys sing?
They're laughing stock.
You guys dancing, singing?
You know?
Definitely gonna ask them.
Some bullshit, man. But look, right in front of your eyes, right underneath your nose, man. Right underneath your nose, man. The Lord is raising up the tabernacle of David.
That's right.
And why y'all think it's a game, man? It's a governing body right here, man. Think it's a damn game. Your power in the so-called white man. All right? Have faith and trust in Egypt.
Yep.
That's all they see.
Trust and oppression.
Oh man, y'all niggas crazy, man. And the so-called white man. Look at this power. Look at this structure. Read the fucking scriptures, man. The Most High raised up Pharaoh, man, just to show his power.
Raised up Esau.
Not exactly. Now he raised up Esau, which is the modern day Pharaoh, man.
That man, boy. Him? This guy?
That's it on that. All right. Yo, hold on. That has something real quick.
If you want to go put him in slavery, we can go into that. I was going to, you was speaking on
something else.
Yeah, that Revelation 2:9 about the riches, you know, I know that works in our tribulation.
Hold that, then let me see what you got. Yeah, we gonna get this, then we can get that. I got something. All right, go ahead.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Shall take the kingdom, man. As it was taken from us, man. They didn't come over by fair trade and make some kind of agreement or covenant with us that, all right, y'all come over here to America and, you know, y'all had this and y'all had that. Man, they didn't do that. They grabbed us up out of wherever the dwellings we were and brought us over here and made us serve hardcore bondage. So-called Europeans and damn devils came over here, stole the land from the North American Indians.
Right.
All right? Then took some of the Native Americans back over to Spain as slaves. You can't tell me they didn't fit the curses. They went back over there in them ships to Spain, man.
Jeremiah 50:33, if I'm not mistaken, where it says Judah and Ephraim was oppressed together.
You know?
Yep.
All that, man, you know, that show you who the man is and who not, man. These dudes out here, these so-called Negroes out here, Native Americans claiming to be men, but they ain't standing up for shit, man. Here it is, your people are in the worst state they ever been, all right? And you're not standing up. This country destroyed your forefathers, but you ain't standing up for a damn thing, man. You want to be a part of this country. Be a part of this nation. You want to be proud to be an American, man.
Rise up.
You know? Y'all ain't men, bro. Here it is. We don't got no weapons on us. But we standing up, man. For righteous.
That word.
You know? Esau can roll on us at any moment with his artillery, you know? His carnal weapons. And, man, come on, man. We still out here.
Because we stood so stiffly for the word.
Exactly, man.
We stood so stiffly.
Willing to be martyrs, man, if it happened to come to that point. You know? Willing, man.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Force will.
Yeah.
Like, bro, what else you got, man?
Yeah. We're going to die for anything.
I want to be a part of this shit, man.
All righteous.
Right.
Go ahead,
Con, Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom.
Shall take the kingdom. So take isn't a nice word, man. That's right. The saints shall take the kingdom. How that's going to happen? All right? Go ahead.
Con, and possess the kingdom forever.
I tell you how it's going to happen the same way the so-called white man came over here and took America.
That's right.
You know?
Double.
You know?
That's right, man.
That's how it's going to happen.
That's right.
The same fashion you came and slew and spilled blood all over the land. That's the same way this kingdom gonna get taken.
That's right, man. That's right. That's right. That's right.
I'm playing poker. I raise you.
Thus saith the Lord.
Thus saith the Lord. That's right.
Go ahead,
It says even forever and ever. All right, so we don't end, man.
Ain't no limitation.
That's right, man. That's right. Endless. And that's written.
Hey, because our days are innumerable,
man. That's right. So if the Lord said it, if he said we're going to take the kingdom, then that's what's going to happen, man. All right?
That's Jake. The centurion that always come out, man.
On the right side?
Yeah. He always come out when we get the cuffs called on us. So Jake, main leader.
He the one that made it leave.
Yeah, exactly. Come over there. Yeah, the skin. He came like this, the brain leader.
Yeah.
You know? Right with the shit, man.
Hey, haters are their own people, like it says in Maccabees.
Fucking nigga, man.
Use a black girl for black.
They trust in the pressure, bro.
It's like an Edomite. He's an Edomite.
They love this shit, man. You know, here it is, you risking your life, man.
For nothing.
For a couple tax dollars.
Take a system that enslaved your ass.
Damn, Hawk.
Damn.
So you know what? Salaka.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Now you know what he remind me of? That nigga that was on the movie Life. If you go past the gun line, that nigga, the gun line, boss. I don't want to hear nothing more about the boom boom room. That's who that nigga is right there. That snitch ass nigga. No, not Jangling. That's Burning Man. Not Jangling, but the nigga, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He's short dude standing right next to the Edomite. That's who the brother talking about. That dude that was in the police thing. He remind me of that dude. Does he want to be with Esau? Salaki, go ahead,
I'll bring this out real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no count of his labor.
Hey, as sheep among wolves, man. We ain't got no weapons. We ain't got none of that shit, man. We standing out here through the boldness and the faith of YAHAWASHI, man.
He said the sheep amongst wolves.
Sheep amongst wolves. So Esau, man, you can come with whatever, man.
Salmon amongst bears.
The scripture say, in that day, the Spirit of the Lord shall raise up a standard
against him. That's right, man.
You know?
That's right, man.
You know? Shall raise up a standard against him. That's what I think.
No place to go.
Yep.
You know, those Israelites that's going to the gun range with all this bullshit, man. Hey, faithless, man. You know, posting up like you a militant group. You ain't got no faith, man.
They're gonna fall to the fruit of their own way. They're gonna die.
Die the water. Those that live by the sword shall die by the sword.
And the sword was given unto them.
You know?
It was blessed.
It was set up.
Now brothers got guns or whatever. Scriptures, you know, teach you to, you know, the art of the bow. You know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but brothers not prepared when Esau come.
Real loose.
You know, I'm going, no, man, we know. You know?
That's why these chicks out there doing that shit.
Yeah.
They're out there doing that. That's why, you know, the Lord created spirits for vengeance. Those motherfuckers are the ones out there that are gonna go out there, fight Esau, may kill 1, 2 Edomites.
Exactly.
And then get sprayed down in a
the fourth runners, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what would you say? Them the first things to get wiped out, man. Them hotheads.
Infantrymen.
You know, you send them out first. You know, they gonna take a few Edomites out in the race wars. And, you know, you let them go
get a
first.
couple. They're gonna get a couple.
They get a couple out.
Yeah.
Then Esau just gonna come through and mow their ass down.
They're gonna get overtook.
You know,
quick.
fucking what you call them shits? Energy impact weapons.
Oh,
direct energy.
Direct energy impact weapons, man. Heat your ass up like
y'all don't realize.
like a laser, man. Heat your ass up, man.
Shit finna get real, boy. It's finna get real.
You know, Esau got some shit for you niggas out there that's loading up your little. Hey, what Esau? I remember this one Edomite say. He say you niggers probably got enough bullets for a drive-by shooting. You know, and then that was it. You know, just clowning Jake, man. Dog, this is this man's tremendous blessing. This is a blessing, man. These Edomites not playing, bro.
They 6 and 4. What was that? 6 and 4. The red sword was giving it to them.
Yeah, man. These devils ain't playing, man. You know?
They know how to do this.
That's
their
them.
spiritual
That's their
power.
thing.
Yeah.
That's their thing. Technology. That's their thing. They made the gun that hand-me-down that you got sitting dusty on your goddamn.
Hey,
that hand-me-down?
Hey, that's why we gonna need the spirit of the Lord. Exodus 15 and 3.
Done.
The Lord is a man of war.
That's right.
We gonna need His spirit in us, man.
Right. You can't beat that shit.
Hey, to show Esau, all right, what war really is.
That we are his battle axe and weapons of war.
Esau really gonna know what war is, man.
Already
It's gonna be some shit he never seen before.
You already said Esau
You know?
gonna really know what war is. That's
You
real.
want a war, you gonna lose
That's
miserably.
real.
Yeah.
He gonna find out in that day.
With all your lasers and shit.
That's
all
why
that.
we want to be alive when that shit happens, because we want to see what that shit look like. We want to see what it looks like for Edomite to get taken out of power.
Right.
Okay, that's gonna be a big takedown. Esau's gonna be taken down.
Right before us. Go ahead.
Kind like the brother said, that's how they brought down California, that paradise. Because if you really look at it, Agenda 21, they have maps of showing where they don't want people at. Agenda 21, they got certain maps to show you they don't want people out there in the suburbs and all. They want people together to further control them.
So that's why that's why they call that fire.
Sustainable cities. So all them on the outskirts, living in the suburbs and living off, they don't want them out there.
Wow.
They want them together.
Okay.
Like the brother said.
Smart
Wow.
cities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like sustainable cities. They don't want you off grid, basically, man.
Right.
They burn all that shit up.
Yeah, they trying to make smart cities, like you said.
And those are places that are off grid. They're not. They're off grid. So like something were to happen over there, if Esau wanted to go over there and destroy everybody, you know,
no internet, no nothing. Those little cities like that, they don't have no internet, no phones, none of that shit. Esau can just go over there and take all
communication
and
kill everybody.
Who
And
you
no,
gonna tell?
they'll blame it on somebody. They'll blame it on. They'll make it pass.
it's like that movie called The Hills. Like that movie called The Hills Have Eyes. Yeah.
They live out in that kind of shit. Out in the desert. You know.
And it was really through the Spirit of the Lord, man, that we wasn't consumed by Esau. Because here it is, Esau could have finished Gad the fuck off, man. Esau could have finished Gad off, but it was through the Spirit of the Lord that left that remnant, man, that allowed him not to fully consume us. That's goes to show you that the Lord is in control of this thing, man.
Say, oh, look what we done did. You know what I'm saying? Lord, let the rest.
Oh, I didn't finish it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll read it again. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors.
Make no account of his labors. Here it is. Oh, get a job or do this or do that. But you so-called niggas, y'all build up this whole economy. Y'all build up this whole country. Made no account of his labors, man. They did what they had to do with you niggas and threw you to the side, man. That's how Esau do you. He used you till you had no use for you. And what another characteristic? That's Satan. That's the characteristic of the devil.
He's
He
doing
used
Esau
you.
right now.
Exactly. He use you until he has no purpose for you, then he gets rid
Cash
of you.
you up. Yeah.
Then they got the pride to say,
Thank you.
my forefathers fought and died for this country. You know, we built this country when in reality, y'all brought us over here in slavery. We built this country. But
Straight.
what? You're not, how do you say, taking no account of their labors?
Yep. That's our labor. They don't take account of that.
Yeah.
We should have everything free over here.
Oh, get out.
No reparations.
Yeah, get out of here, you illegal.
What they say,
Mexicans.
50 acres in there.
Yeah. Hey, well, I don't want that. I want that, what that Isaiah where they gonna have the gates open continually.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You know? I just, they don't give a shit about you so-called Negroes like those different man.
I can keep reading.
Yeah, go ahead. Because he said he got like 8% on that.
Oh, God. Verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
And they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Because think about it. They know that shit's burning in our minds and in our heads, man. About the things that happen to us in this landmass. And all around the world. They know that's on our minds. So when they see us on the highways and byways and they see these videos, they're like, oh, fuck. You know, they know. They know, man.
It says, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, man. All you Edomite judges that got Jake's so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans sitting behind prisons, man. For some crimes that they didn't commit.
Yeah.
You know?
Dumb shit.
Just giving niggas books, man. 20, 30 years, man.
Dumb
You
shit
know,
he
for some
ain't
dumb
did.
shit. Oh, I forgot what president it was who passed that law for Jake. It was really for Jake for that 3-time offense.
Oh, that was Hillary Clinton passed, but it was on the Bill Clinton.
Okay. Yeah, they did that for Jake. So even on your 3rd offense, if you steal a $10 sweater, all right? If you steal a $10 sweater out of the store, just because of your 3rd offense, you get like 20 years.
Yeah, you get big time.
Yeah.
And that's Jake.
You know?
That's for Jake.
That was for Jake.
Yeah, that wasn't for.
They know Jake was gonna be going off like that.
That was
man.
for Elon.
They know Jake was gonna be going off like that. So you got niggas literally sitting in prison cells doing 20, 15 years because they stole a sweater.
Life is ruined.
petty theft.
Damn.
Because they offer that three
Three strikes.
Yeah, 3
Like I
strikes.
said, you got some in jail right now for marijuana in California, and they just legalized it out there.
Exactly.
You know, and then they make it illegal for you, Jake, to have guns to protect yourself, but anybody else to just roll up in your apartment and kill your ass.
Isaiah 10:1, unrighteous decrees.
Yeah. And that's the way the so-called devil plays, man.
Yep.
He passes the laws, and then when you learn the law, he do number like those Moors, they know the law very well, very good, right? You got people that study the laws, they know the law very well, so when Esau pull them over, am I free to leave? Man, Esau do some shit to where you figure out the law, then he changed the law in your
Change
ass.
the law
man.
on you, so you try that shit again, and you get locked up.
You know?
Yep. And you're not up on it. You're not up on the new law. So you're just
Constantly
fucked.
changing unrighteous decrees, man.
You can't do that.
You know? Go ahead.
Con. And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
What's the strangeness of his salvation, man? What we've been seeing over the last couple weeks and months, man. The damn chariots, man, the UFOs. Esau scared of that, bro. Esau know he can't deal with that, bro. He cannot deal. That's something he ain't gonna be able to deal with. No, fuck no.
Shook.
Shook, like, oh my, man, the elites. We talking about you peon ass crackers.
That's why we're not coming out here with no guns
Yeah,
and that shit, because
you
that's,
fucking peons, man.
straight.
You don't know what the hell's going on, man.
Keep being a fucking
Yeah.
devil.
You know, we talking about the elites, man. The elites of your society. The people that run everything. The people that's poisoning you. You know, the people that's giving you the scraps and shit to eat, man.
The one that control the air.
Yeah.
He made all this possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Them.
That's what we talking about. They know what's going on. So we can give a care less what you average Joe Edomites gotta say. You know? Go ahead.
God. So far beyond all that they look for.
So far beyond all that they look for. You know? They didn't expect like, oh shit, an alien invasion? Picking niggas up, man, taking them out of here. They didn't expect that. They didn't expect that, man. A big old chariot. Oh, that's only some shit you see in the movies. Above all that they look for. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall.
Fuck. You know? Bro, this when the chariots make their appearance, man. When the chariots make their appearances, it's gonna be beautiful, man. Brothers gonna be rejoicing, and brothers gonna be rejoicing, but the masses of the people gonna be running and crying and scared, man. Oh, y'all need to be shooting at. But Y'all need to be shooting that.
Call 911, shoot that.
Y'all need to be shooting that.
The jets go coming
Oh,
down.
they're coming down. Because the scriptures say they was scared, but they're fighting.
Oh, they
Jets
stopped
gonna
it.
be coming down, trying to shoot at it. Man, please, man. It's gonna be a landslide victory, bro. Go ahead.
And they, repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves. So in their head, they're gonna be saying this. This was he whom we had sometimes in derision.
Yeah, them so-called niggas on the YouTube talking all that shit. You know,
coming in,
like coming on there.
Yeah.
You know, talking all that shit.
PJ
Oh, y'all
Nice.
gonna be making these videos for the next 20 years. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Man, come on, man. Go ahead, Art.
It says, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach.
A proverb of reproach. So those Israelites, you know, those clowns, entertainment, that's all they looking for.
The derision is go back to mocking, basically.
Done.
Oh, mocking? You go back to mocking?
Okay.
You scoffers and you scorners out there, man. Go ahead.
We fools accounting his life madness.
You fools accounting his life madness. Damn. You know? Oh, what, man? You out there for nothing, man. Y'all dudes out there for nothing, just talking, just to talk. But what person in a right mind, bro, with all the shit popping off, even on a carnal level, you see the society, you see the dollars collapsing, you see America is on a straight decline.
Right.
Regardless of how much they manipulate the stock market and play with the gas prices.
Right.
Because right now gas is pretty cheap, like $2.25. All right. Regardless of that, man, ain't shit going good for America, man. It's cut off all its allies, it's made enemies with everyone. It's no good thing for America coming, man. Go ahead.
And his end to be without honor.
And his end to be without honor. Because why? The scriptures say, when they shall persecute us, they think that they doing God's service. They think that they doing God's work.
Doing the right things.
So what? This end to be without honor. Go ahead.
Verse 5. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High?
How is he numbered among the children? Man, I've been going to church. My mother, my father, we Christian, we believe in Jesus. But how it is, these guys out there, what they say, cussing, being rude or whatever they say about us.
Right.
How the hell, like, you know, they can be like, how the hell are they the men of the Most High?
The prophets.
Are they the prophets? No way. You know? Hell no.
They saying right now it's built up a wall for these stupid ass, dirty ass illegal Mexicans coming over here. And you stupid niggas walking around. But in that day, when them chariots come and destroy you so-called white people, you Edomites, and taking up these so-called niggas, these spicks and wetbacks, then you gonna know that's when that scripture gonna come to life like, oh fuck.
Yep.
These niggas?
They're gonna see all these Mexicans going up. They're gonna see the Mexicans standing right by the wall. They're gonna be going up.
This is why I got that
Yeah. These Mexicans always come and steal our jobs. Now they're stealing our way out.
Yeah, it's still our way out.
Stole our salvation. You know what I'm saying?
They put that strong stigma on Issachar. Dirty Mexicans. They think of Mexicans, even in the world, they put that stigma on Issachar.
They always did that.
They always done that. You know? But here it is, these damn cave beasts, you know, that just was brought up out of the caves, man. You know, wearing their clothes till they disintegrated, eating lice, brailing and walking on all fours. Filthy, oh man, dirty people. But here it is, princes of the power, Issachar, so-called Negroes, all of them, they said us is filthy or dirty.
If it wasn't for the Northern Kingdom, the Edomites would have survived over here the first one. What you talking about?
Right. Before the Pequot War.
Now Jay got that stigma, and Esau is so pure and just, so clean, man. It's white, man. It's white. It's white.
Hey, save a puppy. Donate to the Y'all over there got gang.
St. Jude's.
Yeah, St. Jude's charities and all that.
St. Jude's, like I still see niggas in the hood. That's the real Jews over there. What you talking about? Donate to them.
Okay, yeah, do it.
Made no account of his labors. Go ahead.
How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot among the saints?
Because you remember the Lord like dealing with the underdog, man. The underdog. That's what the Lord deals with, the underdog, man. And we are the underdog. We ain't got no power. Fear not thy worm, Jacob. I am with thee. We ain't got no power, so the Lord is dealing with us, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans.
Hey,
that's what the Lord's dealing with.
If I may add, to back you up, he said he giveth power to them that have no might. You know,
we don't
them
have
that
no might, man.
That's right, man.
You know,
he deal with him that is broken.
No matter how much marching and whatever they do,
marching.
You know, marching for peace, man. Yo, that shit is ridiculous, bro. Y'all been marching for the longest, bro.
A dream.
That shit don't make no sense, bro. That shit is sad, bro. Jake is just lost.
And the so-called Jew wrote that speech.
Yeah, Jew wrote that shit. Verse 6, he's still talking himself in the head. Therefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness
so
they
have erred from the way of truth. Go ahead.
And the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us.
It hasn't. The light ain't shining on y'all people. Here it is, it's raining outside. But y'all ain't putting up your umbrellas. I'm speaking that spiritually, like YAHAWASHI said, man. You can discern when it's raining, but you can't discern the seasons, man. You can't discern what time we're living in. Go ahead.
And the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where they lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
They have not known. That's why we coming out here to let y'all know, man. This is the truth. This is the way. The scriptures say that broad gate, man. That's the way to destruction, man. But narrow is the gate, man. Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 8. What hath pride profited us? Or what good hath riches with our vaunting brought us?
What good has it brought you? When you see so-called UFOs in the air and coming out with laser beams and shit, what good is your riches going to do in that day? Not nothing, man. Go ahead.
All those kings are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that hasted by, and as a ship that passes over the waves of the water, which when it is gone by, and the trace thereof cannot be found, neither the pathway of the keel and the waves. So there's going to be no trace of all the good things you've had. All right, there's going to be no trace of it. It's going to be like it just came and went.
The scripture saying in 1 hour such great riches have come to naught.
Just like that, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
All past
great Babylon.
Yep.
1 hour such great riches have come to naught.
Is there going to be any wake in the water from the ship that passed by at night?
We got like 3%.
Oh, it's lucky.
That's good.
Yeah, we burned down. Let's skip down then. Let's skip down to verse 15. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5, verse 15. But the righteousness live forevermore.
The righteous live forevermore.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
That was
evermore.
your pa.
You know? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. Slakia, verse 16. Slakia.
Oh, good, bro.
Should have got my book out. Verse 16. Therefore shall they receive a glorious kingdom, and a beautiful crown from the Lord's hand. For with his right hand shall he cover them, and with his arm shall he protect them.
And we're going to close out on that, man. We're going to receive a beautiful kingdom. And the Lord got us all the way, man. You just got to hold fast. You know, continue doing what you know what you're supposed to be doing at this far in the game, man. You should know what you're supposed to be doing.
That's right.
You know? But with that, man, we're going to give all praises
to YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, Kadash.
Double understanding apostles, the great millstone that taught us the streets. Right. Blessing all you sincere laborers out there pushing his truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. Shalom.
Shalom.